But here we are. Here we are again, once again, in Oblivion, like I said, back in the Shivering Isles. Let's continue where we left off. Last time we had kind of done the first little pieces of Xedilian, which we were beckoned here specifically by Sheogorath to prepare this place to be something of a gauntlet or experimentation chamber or torture chamber or sex dungeon. I don't know, some kind of like gauntlet, some kind of challenge to serve in place of the gatekeeper that we killed to get into what was it? What do they call it? I guess the lands of, hold on, there's like a word for it. To get into like just the main area out here, to get out of the gates of madness and into proper madness, I guess. So we killed the gatekeeper, so he needs us to set something up to kind of work in its stead. And he sends us here to Xedilian to find crystals to like repower all the nexuses. We got another one here. Bam. The third and final focus crystals, that's what they call them. So now we need to get to the Resonator of Judgment, which will have us use the Attenuator of Judgment, which he gave us. That should be, I think, the final piece. Oh, look at that, the door opened. I think the final piece to this whole dealio. So hopefully be a morning appointment. Go home either later that day or the next morning. So yeah, so it should be fairly chill. That's good. That's what we like to hear. Well, like I said, I will mirror what Koala said because sending positive vibes and good thoughts. But like I said, I'm not worried. I'm fully confident in you and your doctor, Johnson, for getting everything squared away, getting business taken care of. Taking care of business. Metal door. I see I've already been spotted. Oh, look at that! How do you already know where I was? Damn. He sniffed me out in no time. Or I was thinking I was gonna be so sneaky. I was gonna say, I need to smack him down the stairs. There we go. It's not right unless I'm knocking this bastard down the stairs at least once. If only it gave him proper fall damage doing that, but I don't think it does. Come back, because I don't want to make the other guy aware of my activities. Bonk, down he goes! It's tricky too because we've seen instances where we get that smack, power attack, I guess you would call it, that knocks them backwards and like they kind of, what's the word? They ragdoll backwards like that. And it's like always fun to do, and we've done it off of cliffs where you would think, oh, the bad guy's gonna fall to their death from fall damage, but then they rubber band back to their starting location magically, and it's very unfortunate because it's like, man, I kind of wanted to fuck that dude up real good. Also, this guy sniffed me out just in the nick of time. Dude, we're getting all kinds of lucky procs of, oh, this guy. Lucky procs of the power attacks. Because it's a random chance based on strength and, probably fatigue levels and your blade skill. Consultation 24th, yeah. Maybe after your birthday. Yeah, it's probably a good idea too. Yeah, that way you can do something fun for your birthday and then afterwards do not as fun recovery times. Whoops. Unless you wanted your birthday present to be a surgery. Which doesn't sound fun, but I mean, the relief that it will bring hopefully will be its own gift. Flawed pearl. I need flawless pearl. Flawless pearl, that is, for another side quest that we're on. Not enough mergicers. Young and healthy, you're fine. And then we'll build, yeah. I think I'm probably the elder statesman of between myself and the people in the chat right now. I think I'm probably the oldest one here right now. Because I'm in my mid-30s. I'm practically in my mid-30s. I'll be turning 34 in a few months. And I can already tell you that, like, you know, you get into your 30s and I mean, I like to think of myself as a fairly healthy lad. You know, I try to keep an eye on my weight. I try to keep an eye on blood sugar and cholesterol, all that jazz. But, you know, shit still happens, man. shit still happens, and I've gone to the doctor for gone to the doctor for a couple things last year in addition to my regular annual physical. Might need to go back again. You know, actually, well, I've got another appointment set up for I think a few weeks from now, probably after we get back from our trip, after we get married. Got another follow-up with an additional checkup. So it's like nothing scary, obviously, but it relates to the stuff that I had mentioned about a month or two ago. Stuff that we'd kind of talked about before. It's like, you know, this is why it's good to you know, check in with your doctor if you notice something weird. If you have questions about things, it's good to ask and be informed versus you know, being left wondering. So Claymore, I'll take that. But nothing bad, nothing scary. I'm fully confident everything will work out just fine. But yeah, that's what happens. So as you get older, things are more likely to need some fixing ups. Also, shout outs to Oblivion. Is it okay? No, it's okay. It just flickered a little bit. But no, it's there we go. Yeah, it was on my end. It was not yours. It was on my end. Nope. We good, Chief. But no, it's why it's good to keep up with things, because yeah, as we get older, there's like just the chance that things, not necessarily that things will go wrong, but that things need attention and that things need upkeep. Yeah, Medicare health. Is it the scariest C word? Oh, well, no, yeah. So this stuff. All right, I guess I've already tread the subject. And I've talked about it on stream before. I'll talk about it again. A couple months ago, I guess, yeah, because by this point, it's been a few months. I first noticed it back in, I think, mid to late October. I noticed that one of my testicles was like noticeably swollen, and I was like, oh, that's a little weird. And I was like, well, let's call up, you know, the doctor's office and get it looked at. And I was like kind of worried about that, because I was like, whoa, that's kind of scary. And because they always tell you, testicle owners out there, fellows out there in the audience, you know, we've all been told, if you find any lumps, if you find any, you know, sudden coarseness or unexplained enlargedness, or like sudden like stronger density, or if it feels heavy, all these things to watch for. So I found a thing, and I was like, well, I should get it looked at. Got it scoped out, and nothing's scary. So it's nothing scary. It's definitely not the scary C word. In fact, the swelling went down the next morning, and that was kind of the watershed moment when I was like, okay, this is probably nothing scary. Because to quote my doctor, if it was a tumor, tumors don't just shrink on their own. They have a tendency to do the opposite of shrinking, which is to say just grow indiscriminately. So it's nothing scary, but what I do have is what can basically be described as kind of a form of chronic prostatitis and chronic epididymitis, which is basically like a kind of an inflammation kind of in that general area. It's like the little vesicles, the little like veiny areas above where like the testicle connects with like all the other hardware down there. So ring of disrobing. Oh boy, I can't wait to get naked. So we actually already have one of those. So anyway, so the follow-up that I have probably in a week or two, actually I need to, so I had a follow-up with my urologist a couple days ago, well, Thursday of last week, and they gave me a business card, and it's like, all right, so if they don't call you in a couple days, you should call this number. And I haven't heard from them, so I should call this number probably tomorrow. Schedule one last wait for it. Okay, we're back. Just a little blip there. Let's alt tab back in. It was on my end. Once again, it was not on your end, it was on my end. And ooh, I think the game might be a little bit crashy. Thinking about it, it kind of wants to crash. Okay, yeah, because it wants to crash, I'm gonna go ahead and save. So anyway, so yeah, that was a lot of words to say. I'm not worried, everything should be fine. But it was an exercise in, if you notice something, talk to your doctor, and don't, like, I mean, of course there's the like wait and see, like, oh, if it's something that's not scary, yeah, maybe give it a week or two, see if it goes away on its own. You know, maybe look for general upkeep things that you can do on your own that don't require a medical professional. But yeah, if it persists or if it's something scary, best to get it looked at. because that if nothing else, even if it is nothing, the soundness of knowing that it's nothing is priceless. Honestly, it is something that I think I could probably stand to do more often. You know, consult a medical professional with just when I have a general question. In fact, for those of us that are lucky enough to have medical insurance, you might have the thing where you can just like send your doctor an email or like a little messaging system. Like you can just like write them a message. I've used that a whole bunch, and it's saved me a bunch of trouble where I've thought to myself, well, do I make an appointment? Let me just message him. And then I message him and he goes, oh, I know what this is. Here's a medicine thing. You can pick it up at your pharmacy. So it's like I didn't have to go in. I didn't have to like, you know, schedule an appointment and wait 3 weeks for an opening. I was able to just like get right what I need based on describing, you know, the thing I was questioning. So that and it's like by itself has been extraordinarily useful. It was in your no, it was definitely on my end. We found the resonator, by the way. Let's use, actually I guess I just press the button. Did I press the button? It has been attuned. Hell yeah. Fondle occasionally. Yes. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, like I said, fellas in the audience, yeah, really what I do is I do once a day, maybe once every couple days, just when I think to, if I'm in the shower, you know, just get a little feels around there, and yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Imagine for ladies, it's probably about the same. I mean, I'm always a little bit weird about mentioning it just because it's not my news to share, but my mom did have breast cancer a couple months ago, and everything's fine now. She noticed it from a routine mammogram. And I've talked about this on stream before, but it was a routine mammogram. They saw something. They came back. She brought her back. They brought her back for a like an additional follow-up and confirmed it's the big one. However, they caught it super early. She was never able to feel anything with her regular checkups, so they caught it super early, and she didn't need chemo. They just nuked it with radiation, and she's officially in the clear. She rang the bell. She's all set. So, but still, it was like, oh shit, that shit's scary because we really don't have much history of that in our family. So, that was, you know, yet another good example for like, here's why it's good to follow up on these things. So shout outs to routine mammograms, fucking literally life-saving stuff right there, or at least life, sustaining or life, protecting, kinds of general care and I guess preventative care is a better term. So yeah, I mean, it was a little bit weird for a minute there, but thankfully it looks like everyone should be in the clear. Hypochondriac Koala. Koala, I wish I could lie to you and say that when I first had that moment where I felt that, yeah, one testicle was like noticeably swollen, I wish I could lie to you and say that I was like super like cool about it, was cool as a cucumber, was like, nah, I'll just get it looked at, I'm sure it's fine. There was the moment of like, well, again, this would have been after my mom's diagnosis. One of my buddy, he's got lung cancer really bad. I've got a couple of family friends who've had various brushes lately, so it's like there was that moment where it's like, fuck, man, I know so many people that have had this. Am I next? Like, there was the moment of like, but like I said, getting a good night's sleep and checking things out, and I was like, all right, well, it's probably nothing scary. Getting things looked at. I was glad to get things looked at. I was scared to, because I was scared of, you know, what the news could be. But it was like the fear of the unknown was so much worse than the fear of like getting some bad news or some, you know, some questionable news at least. So I'm right there with you, man. It's like it's scary. It's like, dude, health stuff just in general is scary and like uncomfortable, because hospitals and doctors' offices are scary. Or maybe not scary. Well, so they can be scared. They're uncomfortable. You know, they try to, you know, make them comfortable. And my doctor's very good. I like my doctor a lot. And he's always very encouraging and very positive, but still, it's hard to be comfortable in a doctor's office. I remember there was a when I went to the urologist's office to like get things scoped out and like get my official diagnosis, there was a dude in the waiting room who I could tell was like really nervous. He was like, when I first walked in, I try to keep to myself. I don't want to like stare at people or anything like that. So I try not to like direct attention, or I try not to like to be rubbernecking at all. But like I walk in, I check in, I go to sit down, and I can kind of audibly hear that he's kind of muttering to himself, and I just kind of glance up and I see that he's praying. And I couldn't tell if he was, you know, if it was for himself, if he was worried about something for himself, or if it was a family member. But for whatever reason, poor guy was clearly very distraught, and I felt bad for the guy. So it's like, you know, here I am, I've got a pretty comfortable situation and everything's fine, but like, you know, there's a guy who was probably, you know, 10 or so feet away from me who was probably feeling really shitty. So you see that at doctor's offices, certainly in hospitals. Nobody ever goes to a hospital because things are going well. So yeah, it's just shitty. It's shitty to have to deal with, but yeah, it's, as we all get older, it pays to pay attention to these things, as uncomfortable as they are. When they found it was, that's right, yeah, they found it when it was super teensy tiny. It was stage 1, so that's the time to find it if possible. Connective tissue stuff, yeah, that's right. You were saying like it took them forever to figure out what the issue was. So it's like you had a kind of a deferred diagnosis for what sounds like years, which I'm sure was a pain in many booties, several booties. Also good to see you, Mr. Jet. Are we finishing up this stream? Are we finishing up this game? Probably not tonight. I think we still got quite a bit of ways to go. And I think we also have, well, of course, all the side quests, that kind of thing. But I think the main quest has got a bit too. The tiniest symptom, Mallory. No, Koala, I can't really pass judgment, man, because like there's that little voice that spins off into the stratosphere of what if, and it's like, no, come back, don't be what ifing. That's not helpful. But no, I get it, man. I get it. Shit's scary. And again, you know, my mom is brushed with cancer. I've got other family friends who've had stuff come up, so yeah, there was that little voice where I was like, shit, man, am I next? This is why it's good to pay attention to things. What's up, Mr. Jim? All Cheerios diet, 200 push-ups. Wow, that's, oh yeah, with only heart. Seems legit. How's your, yeah, with you, so I'm guessing you like opened your chest cavity and your little heart jumped out and was like doing little exercises for you, that kind of shit. I was gonna assume that's how that went down. That's right, only Cheerios. Cheerios only diet. Now my heart beat me up and stole my lunch money. Gave me a swirly. So there it is, we've attuned the goods. So I don't know what this is gonna do. It's clearly an energy source. It's gonna power something. Now what I should do, clearly, is stick my dick in it, obviously. Okay, so all this talk of testicular unpleasantness, it's like, okay, well, that's one surefire way to get testicular injuries by sticking your dick in this thing. It's not letting me stick my dick in this thing, and I'm very upset about it. But oh well, can't say I didn't try. Oh, we got little thingies. Teleportation pad to Xedilian. Well, that's where I am. I guess it's to a different part of Xedilian. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and buy. Let's take it. Shwoom.
Finally, Lord Sheagorath has sent someone to assist me.
Whomst the fuck are you?
But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Xedilian. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Kiliban Nerendil.
Kiliban. Not based nor red-pilled. Are you saying the game would be based and red-pilled if it would have let me shock therapied my own testicles? Because I can't disagree, honestly. That would be quite based. Oh, tell me about this place.
A wonder of engineering, is it not? Xedilian is the ultimate test of metal for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into.
Are we in like a living sex toy? Like, is this whole facility like a giant dildo?
Drawn to their doom, courtesy of the resonator of judgment.
The resonator of judgment sounds like a very powerful vibrator. I think we might have just unknowingly activated a sex toy that is like the size of a city block, unknowingly. But I'm kind of okay with that, actually. Tell me more.
Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Xedilian became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things.
Ghastly things.
They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the resonator inert and Xedilian completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Xedilian back into operation.
I'm pretty cool. How do we get out of here?
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me.
I never do
If
that.
you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you. Xedilian would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
Oh boy. Why do I have to deal with this?
I'm afraid until the adventurers are dealt with, Xedilian will keep you here. Even I can't will its doors to open. To put it bluntly, you're stuck here for the moment. No
Well, heck.
disrespect intended.
No recall nor intervention will work here.
The only
Not that I have
we
either
can
thing.
do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheogorath gave you the manual of Xedilian.
Oh,
You
that's
can
where this is going to
consult
come in
it for
handy.
more
Gotcha.
information, Or I can provide instructions.
Because we did read it.
As the adventurers make their way through Xedilian's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies?
Insanity or murder? Do you handle the cleanup?
Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious. You'll know you're done when they lie dead on the ground or they are out of their minds. Of course, any of their possessions you wish to keep are yours for the taking. I'll make sure you get them when you're done.
Okay. Do you handle the cleanup?
Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident.
So is that how it happens? Interesting. So how do we not go insane? Or maybe we are this whole time, we just like aren't aware of it.
Each chamber presents two options. When you push the appropriate button, an event will unfold for the adventurers to experience. One is physically harmful, usually lethal traps or creatures, something relished by the residents of Dementia. The other choice is more mental. They are designed to make the adventurers lose their grip on reality, much like the residents of Mania. Of course, the introduction of spore gas with the Mania choices helps as well.
So it sounds like we will have some choices to make, and I will ask if there are chat members that have preferences on what kinds of choices to make. The insanity driving choices or the murder inciting choices. I probably myself would lean more towards the insanity, the mania flavor myself. But if people have opinions, I'll be happy to hear them.
As you wish. I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Xedilian. This first chamber is the Chamber of the Gnarl.
I think we already read these, but I'll
At the
still hear
touch
his
of the
take on
button,
them.
You can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly gnarl that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite.
It's bark. It's the gnarl. Yeah, the gnarl are like tree demon things.
What else?
So we're good on that.
The resonator works by drawing adventurers to itself with a sort of magical
Ah,
siren
so that's what it
call.
is.
Sheogorath uses the resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst, to populate the Isles.
Don't blame
Quite
me, man.
clever, eh?
That was a rough pun, but I can't take credit for it, unfortunately.
So good to be back in business.
Back in business, he says. So yes, we can't warp out yet. In fact, yeah, we truly are stuck here. So here comes a person.
Now keep your weapons ready and watch your back.
So there's... Got the adventurers. They're watching me. Alright, so now these things are enabled. So...
Okay, this has to be a joke.
Does anybody have any preference on, do we sick a giant swarm of gnarls at them, or just turn the one gnarl gigantic and watch them lose their minds? I kind of want the giant one personally. I'm also curious if they'll do anything.
I got a bad feeling about this place.
It's fine. When has anything bad happened in a place like this?
Curious. This one is smaller than the others we've encountered.
Okay. Well, looks like they're not going to act until I act. So I will make an executive decision.
What in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful.
So there's the miasma.
More to this creature
The
than
spores
meets
to
the eye.
implant inside their brains to make them go silly.
Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes
There it goes.
playing tricks? Or is the creature
By the gods,
growing?
when will it stop? It could devour
Oh
us
god.
all. For your lives!
It kind of glitched out for a second, didn't it?
Get back here, you cowards. Something's not right.
So it's not actually trying to attack.
All this time it was merely an illusion.
Oh, look at that guy.
Clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. Well, what? Oh,
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No, we'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
All right. The way he thought it was certain death, right? And Lewin went insane. So he's gonna stay behind and just be all insaney in the membraney.
kill us all.
So now we can probably warp to the next one. Here, let me grab another torch. I have an unending stack of torches, ready to roll at a moment's notice.
Watching them run from the giant gnarl gets me every time. What can I assist you with?
Yeah, nothing else here.
You're doing
I guess he'll
quite
probably
well.
follow us. Yep.
What can I assist you with? The second chamber of Xedilian is the chamber of avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes
This
upon
one, right.
the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one. Always a crowd pleaser.
All right. Well, I know which one I'm, again, kind of leaning towards.
Keep it up.
Let's keep it up. Here's our two adventurers once again.
Told you, treasure. Let's have at it, Xedilius.
Xedilius. So of course it's locked. We can't actually see it from here. I'm sure if there was like a no-clip sheet, we could probably like get a closer look.
Can't you just wizard it open?
Wizard it open. That is a good verb.
Something isn't right here.
Okay, so he's not. So I was hoping they would like maybe comment a little bit more on it.
Blast! The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful.
Removing his hair from the carpet
Good to be true.
with like a vacuum, Johnson.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close, and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something?
Yeah, who's gonna go insane from this one? Oh my god. It's a lot of keys.
Keys?
God damn.
One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Xedilius. This is obviously a trick to waste our
I think
time.
Xedilius is the next one to crack.
I know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it. Yes, I must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Suit yourself.
Alright, Xedilius the Mage has gone insane by pouring hundreds of keys on the ground. So Gromok is the leader and he's the last one. Now, can they see me? Surely they can, especially if I've got this torch here, too.
Must find the key. Must find the key. Too bad none of those keys fit the lock.
Last one. Let's see how it all goes down.
Too bad none. I see Lord Sheogorath chose wisely when he selected you to liberate Xedilian. Now, how may I continue to assist you? The third chamber of Xedilian is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents
thought it was
are
pronounced
designed to
anathema.
make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside
boy.
in this room.
Sounds great.
If you wish to bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer's dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all.
Oh boy. For
Then,
all, except for the,
just as
victims.
Suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture.
All right, great. Oh, Keiko, thank you, buddy. My goodness, that's so nice. Thank you, my friends. So, quick shout out. Alt tab over here real quick. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kiko. Thank you. That's so nice. Feel free to correct me, by the way, if I'm mispronouncing your name. I try to do it right, but but thank you very much. Do a quick shout out. Nico Beans, bam! Also doing some Oblivion, fantastic, fantastic. How's your Oblivion playthrough going, by the way? You can probably guess, if you've played this game before, you probably know where I am. This is my first playthrough myself, so I don't know where I am. That's not true, I do know where I am, but I don't really know what I'm getting myself into, because we're still kind of on the relatively early parts
Quite well so far.
of the Shivering Isles. Now, we've done everything else. Well, I think we've done everything else. We've done... Oh, and here's our hero, by the way. Here's our sad purple man. But yeah, we've done all of the base game. We've done all the factions. So, Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Thieves Guild. We did the Arena. We did Knights of the Nine. We did Maroon's Razor. We've done everything up until the Shivering Isles, and we've saved the best for last. Or at least for me, I would call it the best, or at least it's my favorite. But thank you again, Kiko. I appreciate that very generous raid. Stealing stuff, killing people, that's the Oblivion experience, all right. Haven't played the DLC either. Kiko, I will say this much. It's very good, especially if you like some of the older games. If you like Morrowind and you like that kind of the weird kind of almost alien world aesthetic that game has, then the Shivering Isles is very good. Even if you're not a huge fan of that specifically, there's a lot to appreciate, so it's very good. What's up, Princess Trunks? The one thing I'll also say is that Kiko or anybody else coming in from your stream, I don't wish to spoil things. So I think what's happening right here is fairly spoiler free, but I won't be offended if you are like, whoa, I don't want to see it yet. Because that's what I tend to do in cases like this, because the Shivering Isles really is something special. It's really, really good. And everything that I've heard about it, like as far as how it's been recommended, has been proven true in spades. However, the one thing I would like to ask, Keiko, if you don't mind, is if you have any clips you'd like to share. Any clips or screenshots from your stream, because you did me a solid by rating me. The least I can do is offer the spotlight onto you. That way, if there was anybody here who was not already following you, and they saw a clip of something goofy or silly happening, then they would be like, oh, maybe I should check this person out. That way, you've given a little bit of a taste test. So yeah, if you got a clip or something you can link to us, then I'd happily show it on stream. In the meantime, though, I can tell you we are here in a place called Xedilian. And yeah, again, without spoiling too much of the main plot, not that we're that far into it, I'll just say that this place is either a murderous or insanity driving torture chamber or proving grounds. It's kind of all the above. I said from the get-go, it's either a torture chamber, like an adventure proving ground, or a sex dungeon. Sadly, it does not appear to be a sex dungeon, but I mean, the night is young. Who knows? Who knows what awaits us? But yeah, if you got a clip, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. It's good to see you, though, Princess Trunks. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, here's the grisly scene, right? That sword.
throw at you.
So a bunch of zombonis.
Only me left. Fine. I'll show him.
I'll show him, he says. So here we go. Ghost illusion. I go for the insane option every time. So he dies, and his spirit sees him.
How in Oblivion can I be dead?
Oblivion, name drop.
This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself? No chance for battle? Why?
Oh, Keiko's got the clip. Perfect, friend. Perfect.
Oh, impossible. This is impossible. Grimlock has never lost a fight. Never.
And then suddenly he's alive again. But he has also gone insane. So everybody wins. Well, thank you again, Keiko. I really appreciate your raid and bringing your nice community over.
Impossible. This is impossible.
This is impossible, he says. And like I said, anybody who wasn't already following her, now you've gotten a little sample platter of her content.
Oh, this is all wrong. This isn't how it's supposed to be.
Okay, anyway, so we've gotten enough from this guy. And once again, we've got our hero, our character friend is named, his name is Sadge Maroon, because we made a big purple sad boy. And he's a dark elf. You wouldn't know it by looking at him, but the giveaway is the red eyes. Red eyes are kind of the giveaway here. And because that's what you do when you play Oblivion, especially for the first time, you create a god-awful monstrosity of a character. That's the rules. In fact, we couldn't see your character, Keiko. Can I ask what kind of character you made in your game? It's a one-time use. No, especially if you throw it really hard. Also, Barry, good to see you, bud. Until you run over, pick it up, yeah. Yeah, it's a one-time use until you either pick it up or unless it explodes.
Shea Gorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice.
Efficient.
Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings.
Solid layer of Catford Johnson. Understandable. Because that's just how it goes, especially if the cat is like very fluffy.
I'm
like Gracie's
afraid
cats
you've
are.
exhausted Xedilian's resources. This was the final chamber.
Oh, does she have a hilarious name, Keiko? Hell fussy. That's fantastic. It's actually pretty dope. You know, here I was thinking I was a genius.
We'll have your spoils to you in no time.
Well, actually, I can't even take credit for the name Sadge Maroon. This was a combination of Quirky Teacher and I think one other person in my chat were the ones that suggested Sadge Maroon. I came up with the likeness of like a big purple sad man, but others in the chat were much more knowledgeable and coming up with a good name. So I thought that was fucking like top tier, but good lord, El Fussy's pretty good. El Fussy is it's because she's so fussy, right? Right? That's what it means, right? And then everyone's like, "Oh god, how do we tell him?"
I have some things for you.
Some things, he
As is the
says.
tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal.
See, now
as a
I get
token of
crystals.
your fine work.
Crystals for everybody.
I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it.
You spoke of earnings.
Oh, yeah, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Grimlock. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest.
That El Fussy hit different.
You're free to go at any time, of course.
Get some
Just
caffeine. Oh,
up
there
that
you go.
hallway.
There you go, Head
Good
Cleaver.
luck to
Yeah,
you.
I can appreciate that. Head Cleaver, I've been known to, like, consume caffeinated beverages at, like, not recommended times of the day. And I've come to regret it, but yeah, I've been known to do that. Oh, usually on weekends, though. Weekends are where I like to indulge with caffeinated beverages, but weekdays I have to pretend to be more responsible. I'm not always successful, but I have to pretend. Here's Dusk Fang. I wonder what Nourish Blade does. Does frost damage and then does Nourish Blade on strike. It's a heavy ass one. Heavy ass weapon, that is. It's a heavy drink of water. We could make room for it. It's two-handed. Oh no, it is one-handed. It is one-handed. One thing I should probably do actually is repair my current set of stuff. There we go. Duck Fang. Ducks with fangs would be terrifying, but also kind of hilarious. So I'd be kind of down for that, actually. Try to do like exercise without caffeine. I've actually never exercised while like hyped up on caffeine. I know that like some pre-workout concoctions have that kind of stuff in there. Yeah. Now, like I said, I do enjoy caffeinated beverages because to me, like, coffee is a treat. So it's not something I really use for when I'm working, because to me, like, when I'm working, that's, you know, boring, sad work times. But I love drinking caffeine, like coffee, on weekends as like a treat for myself, especially when I'm playing games and I'm streaming, that kind of thing. So I've like associated caffeine as being like for fun, happy times, not for sad, worky times. Duck fangs, woo! Sleep schedule's kind of fucked though. Yeah. I was like, I think I've gotten better about it now, but for a while there, my sleep schedule's kind of all over the place too. We've made Bob the Tomato. Is that from, would that be from VeggieTales maybe? I actually never watched it myself. It's a bruised tomato. Yeah, that is a very valid comparison. I would say either like a bruised tomato or like an overripe grape tomato maybe. And that would actually go along with like his sad. Oh, and by the way, I should also show what he looks like without his freaking hood, without a helmet, because a few other things come to mind. Notably, the nice kind of half crescent shape of his side profile. The headcanon that I've devised for this man is that as an infant, he got beamed in the face with like a softball, but his parents were so negligent, they either didn't notice it or they were like, it's fine, just walk it off. They didn't realize that infants, they're like, when they're like very young, like their bones are still kind of squishy. So like it fucking gave him this concave shape to his skull, and the rest of his body, the rest of his head just kind of grew around it. So he's got the fucking mega Chad chin. He's got this brow that you could fucking fry an egg off of. And then, yes, of course, the extra shiny, glistening Cheeto glaze hair. And also he's balding, but also he's got a mohawk. Yeah, so again, if you're playing Oblivion and you don't make an absolute bastard of a character, then what even are you doing? All right, I was going to look at the weapon. Let's see what it looks like for that matter. I hope it looks cool. Whoa, that's freaking dope, actually. Holy moly. I mean, Goldbrand and Sword of the Crusader are objectively better damage-wise, but that thing looks dope AF. Holy shit. That's really good. Barry says he's growing on me. There you go. Yeah, it's from VeggieTales Koala. Sleep schedule's been fucked up for the last 17 years. I remember one of my mods saying something like that. We were talking about, it's like, man, my sleep schedule has been messed up for the past, like, couple months, and yeah, and then his response was, my sleep schedule's been messed up for the past like 10 years. It's rough, man. Yeah, like our fella's falling on hard times, although he's got a pretty cool ass weapon though, man. It's kind of hard to be sad when he got a badass sword like this, dude. Ridiculous hair. What's up, Liddy? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, it's a rotting, yeah, exactly, an overripe grape or like a grape tomato. It's fantastic. Fantastic, man. Well, let's see if we can get rid of some other things. I know I've got a bunch of crap that I'm just kind of hoarding that I really don't need on my person right now. We have a lot of rings of disrobing, which is good for a lot of sudden surprise nudity. So that's something that's very important. Could always use more sudden nudity in my life. Let's see, how down do I need to be? I think actually what I could do, I'm gonna go ahead and like, let's see, shield matrix. I'm gonna not use the shield matrix because that would give us a heavy armor shield. We don't need a heavy armor shield. For one thing, we are primarily light armor. So the shield we're using already, for those who are familiar with this game, you recognize this as the escutcheon of Coral, I think. So we already have, I think, the best heavy armor shield in the game, so far at least. So I'm not gonna bother with heavy armor shields there. I also, all right, I've already repaired. I'll keep the Claymore because that could give us something cool. But I think I will drop a bunch of amber. Let's drop like 10 amber. Boop. And then I think I've just got a few other odds and ends I can drop for things that we are in no are in no likelihood to ever need. In fact, I don't think we need either of these. I'm gonna recharge my regular sword. Common soul gem, bloop and bloop, and one more. Oh, looks like it is. Oh, it has nothing in it. Get it out of here. So as we all know, again, if you've played this game or any Elder Scrolls game, you know that when you're dealing with encumbrance, it can be a little bit silly. But I think I've got a few more things on this tab, most likely. Oh god, I have all these things, don't I? Drop that. There we go. Yeah, I've got more than I need to. Look at that. I'm just fucking dumping shit everywhere. Dumping shit left and right.
I hope you're pleased with your earnings.
That sword's really cool looking, dude. I want to see what the effect does. What they call it? Nourish blade. Does it like feed the blade maybe somehow? Does it consume the dead? Kiko's blasting ram branch. That, I mean, how many naked cowboys? I mean, it's a pretty good strat, honestly. I don't know what time it is for you in your time zone, Kiko, but yeah, blasting ram branch at odd hours of the day is a very good time, especially if you have neighbors that are behind thin walls. You can strip by weight, Koala? Oh shit, you're probably right, can't you? Nope. God damn it, Koala, you're a goddamn genius. I'm actually surprised that Goldbrand is so much heavier. Interesting that, I mean, maybe it's Daedric or something, but like, you would think this would be way heavier than this. Fuck do I know? Or maybe it's the scabbard. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Get some dinner. Of course, Kiko. Again, I appreciate your raid, and thank you to all who came in from Kiko's raid, because it was very generous of you, my friend. And I really appreciate you. Have a great night. Thank you again for hanging out. And like I said, to all who joined in from Kiko's raid, very generous. We'll be going for another couple hours tonight. I usually go semi-late. Not ridiculous late, but just sort of ridiculous late. Time for violence, Johnson. Oh boy. What else were we given? Let's see, we got a talisman of abatement. Abatement. Water breathing, feather. It's not half bad, it's kind of heavy, but I'll take it. Lightning surge, I'll take that. Flawless emerald, I'll take that. Take the repair hammer. So we're once again full. No surprise there. But it's easier, whoops, to kind of whittle this down. So I am going to keep several of these. Well, maybe not several, but one of each of these, because we need this for the other side quest. Including the Hound's Tooth, including the Swamp Tentacles. Yeah, I'll keep all of those, but I don't need nearly as many potions, so I'll drop a bunch of these. I don't need these things. Let's drop 2 of them. Don't need cure poison. Well, actually, I'm gonna drop all these. So that right there clears out a bunch of space. Nice and easy. Kiko said, "Fuck them neighbors." Hell yeah. 18. It's 18 naked cowboys. Right? How could I forget? Oh my. So that means this place is activated. Oh, look at this. We have crystal friends. Dark Souls, where are you at? Hold on. Have they not seen me? They see... Oh, no, they... Well, hold on. Nope. Oh, what happened? What happened? Game, you're right there, friend? I'm gonna go ahead and save. I'm not sure what's happening, but also the game kind of flipped out a little bit there, so I'm gonna save. I was gonna alt-tab so I can reset my windows. My windows got a little bit scared. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So, okay, so he's wailing on them. So I see we have adventurer friends. Oh, because they're insane, right. So, Knight of Order. I mean, it seems like they're fighting him. I'll assume that they're bad guys. I probably should keep... Whoops. I should probably keep this guy alive if I can help it. Okay, well, he looks like he can't die. He can just get knocked unconscious. So if these things are forming crystals, and these crystals are spawning lads, it's extinguished. Whoa! I just got smacked. We've extinguished a life. I think that means we're feeding the blade then. Bonk. Attacked by 3 unusual beings in equally strange armor. Fuck was that nonsense, dude?
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
It was satisfying watching my guy get his shit knocked back like that. Just his legs flying up. Performance issues, Liddy. It's frustrating because those moments where the game glitches out and the stream glitches out too for a moment. Those have dogged us for literally months, pretty much since the beginning of this playthrough. So I don't know if it's this particular area. It might just be the fact that this game has been a little bit squirrely on us for the entirety of the playthrough. It hasn't crashed yet, though. That's the nice thing. It's no crashes yet. Only a matter of time, obviously, but for now it's behaving itself.
You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order.
Hold on. Not the
Their
Thorn.
attraction to the
Not that
Resurrection
order.
isn't
There's no
surprising.
way.
It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sheogorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
Okay, probably not. In fact, he had mentioned that Sheogorath had mentioned his desire to get this place up and running again was partly because there was the gray something that was like approaching soon, the gray watch, the gray something something, and he was like, but don't you worry about that. Like, he didn't really give us an option to ask more about it. Perfect Order sword. It's pretty good damage, but nothing too exciting about it. Perfect Orders. Heart of Order. Yeah, I'll take that. Wait, what was that? Hold on. What was that word? Something's favor. That means we could make potions out of this. That's quite the word. Yigalag, maybe. I don't know. Interesting. Is that a person or an entity maybe? Guess we'll find out. So here's the fellas, and they're all sad and a little bit insane. And yeah, apparently I'm nourishing this guy's blade. Oh, would you look at that? Its damage is comparable now to Sword of the Crusader and Goldbrand. Because I was using Sword of the Crusader. Oh, and Crusader's arm. Oh, that's a good point too, because that makes my blade skill nicer. More nicelier. Oh, it's already that. Fortify blade. Crusader's arm plus 10. So the question then is... Yeah, Nourish blade. 73 uses. Oh, that's based on the charge. Okay. So I wonder if it'll, like, get more strong as we give it the juice. As we feed it with dead bodies. Also, we've seen these crystal formations in other parts of this dungeon. It makes me wonder if... Or, not this dungeon. On this island. I wonder if we go to those spots on this island, if it'll sprout more fellas. And we will smack them down if need be. Who knows? But anyway, like you said, we gotta get our asses back to Sheogorath. And be like, hey fam, we did your thing, but also some shit went down, and maybe we should talk about that. So for anybody who's not had the pleasure of playing this DLC, once again, it's very good, and you know, I'm happy to have people watching, but I also wouldn't be sad. I wouldn't be Sadge if people felt the need to abstain from watching so as to not spoil themselves, because it's really good. Sheogorath, however, is a very entertaining NPC. He's an odd fellow. Well, Seymour, you're an odd fellow, but I must say, you steam a good ham. I actually don't know if Sheogorath steams any good hams, but he has threatened to play jump rope with our intestines. Also purple. That's so pretty. Big old purple skyline. Yeah, this game, this DLC is very, very pretty. I really, really like it a lot. Got some nebulas. Got just the purple sky. Beautiful. And again, it reminds me of Morrowind, man. So much of this DLC reminds me of Morrowind. I will be mad, but Koala will, so you have to bear that in mind. If you wish to incur Koala's wrath, then that's on you. Let's see. Anything special?
Mad God's blessings.
Yep. Thank you, Dark Seducer.
Walk with our Lord.
How about you, Golden Saint?
Quickly.
Nothing? Okay.
Go.
I'll assume that everything's normal. As normal as it can be when it comes to Sheogorath. And there he is, with his dutiful servant by his side.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
You've returned. How exciting for you. I believe you
Look
have
at those
some
crimped
news for
shoulders.
Lord Sheogorath. Perhaps you should be speaking with him instead of illuminating me with your presence.
My presence is pretty illuminating, all right.
Well, look who's here. You. How about that?
It is me.
Now, what news do you have to report?
His weird cat eyes get me every time, man.
So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it.
My little Wayne.
And Xedilian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment.
Can it be all the above? It functions once more.
Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait, scratch that. Cheese for no one.
No
That could be
cheese.
just
Fuck
as much a
off.
celebration if you don't like cheese, true?
Actually, I'm not a huge cheese
You've
guy. I'm
run a
lactose
maze
intolerant.
like a good little rat, but no cheese for you yet. Oh, well, maybe a little.
Just a little bit of cheese as a treat.
I've granted you a new spell, the ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot, more than he knows.
I bet he's thrilled to have such a power given.
Give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Jesus fucking Christ. Summon Haskell. Haskell, what do you think about this, fam? Hold on. So he gave us that. Oh, one thing I forgot to follow up on. We got an amulet last time. And I neglected to follow up on what exactly it was. We already know about this one. Yeah, I think this is a Charity of Madness. It's just a bunch of resistance. It's just okay, honestly. 4 a.m. Thanks for hanging out, Head Cleaver. Thank you again. I appreciate you joining in from Kiko's raid. That was very sweet of you, buddy. You're very helpful. Get the reps. That's right, bud. That's right. Yeah, I hope it goes well for you, friend. Let's try out our cool new spell to summon in our bestest of best friends. Summon Haskell. Here we go. Let's watch this happen. There he is.
Our Lord has granted you the power.
He's
to
so
summon.
excited.
How wonderful for me.
Look how excited he
When
is.
summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend. Rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
So can I like summon him over a cliff or like into a pool of lava? I want to be very irresponsible. Oh, he just warped out. I want to be very irresponsible about this. See, he just pops back in.
Well, look who's here.
Ridiculous.
Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead. Try it again. He loves it.
He loves it. All right, let's fucking do it again. All right, let's go over. Let's go in the fire. Oh, of course that wouldn't work. Yeah.
Summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
I need to like be stood back a little bit further so he's over the fire instead of me. Oh well, that's okay. And then he warps away. And boop, pops back in. Okay, are we done, Sheogorath?
Good. You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jigalag and stop the Grey March.
Jigalag?
Don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes.
Yeah, understandable. So yes, can we talk about this? Oh yeah, the Grey March. That's what they were talking about last time. But yeah, tell me about this lad, because we got there some kind of essence of it.
A Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order.
Hmm.
And not in a good way. Bleak, colorless, dead, boring.
So, of course, the opposite of Sheogorath is all chaos and nonsense.
Not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him.
All right. How?
Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do.
Let's talk about the Grey March
An
then.
event, a movement, an apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era, which is to say, now. The Grey March comes and Jiggalag walks. Or
Jiggalag.
runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. Mostly he just destroys everything around him.
I like how the you is a proper noun here. What would you ask of me?
Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is
Jesus.
my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you?
Also accurate.
I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn.
What are we learning?
2 halves, 2 rulers, 2 places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about.
Oh, he's probably talking about the Duke
of
and the
Mania
Duchess. Yep.
And the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice.
Oh, new friends. What was the name of that quest? Let's say addiction. Understanding madness. We have a lot of new quests then.
It's
Never a dull
Jiggalag's
moment.
time, and not a good time at all. You're going to help me stop it. First, though, you need to get your feet wet. I can't expect you to save the place if you don't even understand it. So speak to my dukes, learn about mania and dementia. Try not to die.
All right, fair point.
Another Daedric prince. Not a nice one. I don't think any of the other princes like him, actually. I mean, Malakath is more popular at parties. And Malakath is not.
God, I would
popular
love to see a
at
Daedric
parties.
deity party where they're all just like getting drunk and fucking wearing lampshades on heads and dancing on tables and getting sloppy.
Seen them about, have you? Odd things. They've always been here, but they're not of here, if you take my meaning. You'll see those Knights of Order around them during the Grey March, drawn to them like flies to honey or rotting flesh. Ever wonder why flies like both? Best not to ask.
Yes, here we go. So Thadon was the Duke of Mania.
Long-reigning Duke of Mania. A master of merriment, if you will. Or if you won't. I suspect it wouldn't matter to him.
Then the other one.
The Duchess of Dementia. Ever wary, ever worried. A prisoner in her own house, in a way. And a delightful conversationist, really.
All right, cool.
A bit harder to meet than Thadon. Consider making an appointment.
Let's start with Thadon then, if he's the easier one to approach.
Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes.
Sounds great, fam. All right, so let's go to the House of Mania first. Oh, look at that. Is that a thing we did? It must be. And actually, yeah, there was that. And then over here is the head of the replica, replica of the Gatekeeper head. So I'm guessing these are milestones, like indications of things we've done on the main quest. What was that? Anyway, yeah, there was like weird like shackling, metal clanging noise. But anyway, yeah, and there's also these, which I'm guessing these will get populated in due time. There's still a mystery of this fountainhead. Not sure what that is, but anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get to House of Dementia. Yeah, let's do House of Mania first. That sword that we have is very cool, but it's also very like, there's no scabbard for it, or like, or holding apparatus, so it's like I could just back into somebody and stab them in the ankle. Very cool though. Oh, the damage went down, so I think that's it. I think I have to like feed it to keep the damage up, and if the damage goes down past a certain point, or if it goes down, if long enough of a time has passed in between kills, the damage gets reset. So we need to like get some kills to keep it hungry, or to keep it full rather, prevent it from getting hungry. So it is 6:30, so it's pretty early in the morning.
I've shopped with Tilsa many times.
Speak, madman. I've heard that skinned hounds don't like fire.
Okay, cool. Very helpful. I was actually hoping they could maybe tell me.
How can I help you, sir, miss?
About Thadon.
All look alike to me. It's so hard to tell. Are you here to see Thadon? I heard that you were coming, looking for Thadon. Yes, heard it all. Bored to tears by it.
Her eyes are very
He's
wide.
waiting for you, unless he isn't. He wasn't, but then he was. Maybe he still is.
All right, very helpful. Thank you, Wide Eye. So I see he's not in his usual spot. Dining on... Oh, that's just Thadon's meal.
I'd research my own spells before I'd buy.
So it's probably a little bit early. I could maybe see if he's in his quarters. Oh, yeah, that's the conservatory.
Welcome to the House of Mania.
Except I think it might be locked, won't it, if he's in it? Whoa! Am I entering a forbidden zone? Am I entering a no-no zone? The game glitched out for a second there. Hey, what's up, Blackbird? That was not on your end, by the way. That was on my end. Which means I should save because the game is being sad. Being Sadge. And I... Oh. So the guy is not in his quarters. That begs the question of where would he be then? If not in his quarters, then where would he be? Regardless, let's, Oh, I just noticed we have little indicators. Quest indicators. Speak with the Duke of Mania. Oh, okay, we can just seek them out. They might be in the garden, actually. What about the bingo? Well, she was here a little bit earlier. And that's actually a good reminder, Blackbird, that we do have the bingo option as well. Exclamation point bingo Oblivion to generate your very own bingo board. It's pretty exciting. We have many quests. Learn more about the realm of Mania. Yes. So he is not in this particular instance. He's probably in the conservatory, the garden.
Welcome to the Halcyon Conservatory.
Yeah, she is here. Yeah, we were talking about the bingo earlier. She says, "Fear not. Fear not, for I am with all of you." Is he trying to avoid me? You're trying to avoid me, aren't you?
Ah, yes. There you
There's the
are.
man.
You couldn't imagine how long I've been waiting for you. So little to do and so much time. Could you, in fact, imagine just how long I've been waiting? I've been thinking
Literally
too,
minutes.
But I might be wrong. I might also not care. Which is it?
Johnson says, "I'm cleaning, gosh darn it." Hey, what's up, Osa? That's right, I did see your post in the Discord server. Yes. And Osa says they've made even another one, so Osa's progress cannot be stifled. Not even but for a moment. Got some Subway, Blackbird? Can I ask what you ordered? Because I always find Subway to just be okay. They're just fine. They're satisfactory. But yeah, I'd be curious to hear your standard order.
Haven't I? Perhaps not.
Go with that one.
It felt like rather a long time. But then long times get
But then there's the helmet. Yes,
and
his
now I'm
crown.
Thinking about them. A curious thing, that long roads get longer too, if you're thinking about them. But what about long words? They don't change nearly as much. Long, short, it all ends up the same. Dust and tears. Usually tears first, then the dust. Dust can't cry, you see. That would be...
The guy sure likes to meander, doesn't he?
amusing. You know what's not amusing? I don't have my chalice of reversal. It makes me sad. When I get sad, I don't care to do much.
Sounds like we have a fetch quest on our hands, folks.
I certainly don't care to help people who show up on my doorstep wanting something. Are we getting the picture here?
Sounds like that's what he's gonna want. Hey, let's see, meatball marinara, banana peppers, pickles. Yeah, that's valid. It's valid. I'm not a huge pickles guy, but the rest of it sounds pretty nice. Steak and cheese with chipotle sauce, banana peppers. I'm seeing a banana peppers common thread here, which, you know what? Banana peppers are, I would say, often unsung when it comes to sandwich toppings. So I approve of these things. Green peppers, red onions. Yeah, red onions are also nice. For me, I can't like do a ton of red onions, but yeah, some red onions are nice. Try to stick to black. Yeah, I'm probably in the same boat, Blackbird. I try to experiment around a little bit, but usually I land on like my usual, more or less. That's usually what I stick to. Like once I've, especially for a place like Subway where, like you have like the base sandwich and then you can, you know, apply your requested number of accoutrements. Meatball marinara. It's not in Canada though. Oh, that's a shame. I haven't had the meatball marinara from Subway in a while, but I did get the meatball marinara from Firehouse Subs, and that was pretty good. Not there. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame.
Oh,
it's a classic here in the States. It's like a very popular option.
You haven't heard of it, yet you know its name?
I am
What a
pretty strange.
creature you are. One of my favorite toys. Does wonders for creativity. Well, not by itself, but it helps. Those Elytra, clever little bugs that they are.
Did they steal it?
Is this making sense? Look, you eat the Feldew, then use the chalice, and find the world a much brighter and happier place.
So he
Honest.
eats like the bug juice, uses the chalice, and like gets high.
So
It's
I
high on
can't
life.
eat Feldew, because that would just be bad. I mean, really bad. Damn her.
Who's the her? That's right. The wrong bread at Subway for you. Really, Mallory? Were you like ordering one bread and getting a different kind, or were you just saying that you were like getting like a not great bread option? Because I usually get the herbs, like Italian herbs, one, or sometimes like the Asiago, like cheese one. But yeah, the Italian herb one is pretty solid. Meatball marinara with pepperoni. That's a pretty powerful combo, honestly. Yeah, I haven't gotten that from Subway in a long time. I've gotten that kind of thing from other Subway sandwich places. Or sub sandwiches places. Good luck, Koala. Good luck. And to Tycho as well, for that matter. For the it's a doggy. The herbs and cheese one. Yeah, that was like the one I got for a long time. I don't go to Subway as much nowadays. I used to in like college and like late high school. But yeah, not really very often anymore nowadays. It's probably because I've just got other sandwich places in my vicinity. The place I went to high school and kind of the area I lived in college was, there weren't as many options, so I had to make do with what I had. Right, you were just getting the white bread, yeah. I mean, white bread's fine, but it's kind of boring because, yeah, the Italian herb and, like, the cheese one, they're much more exciting. I mean, the whole wheat one is nice, too, just because from a health perspective. So, yeah. Yeah, big mistake, Mallory. You know what? That's okay because it's never too late. It's never too late to learn and to correct course. I'm glad that you learned and have changed your ways. Change your sinful ways. No, change your ways for the better, I would say, for the tastier. And craving Subway. Subway's not something I ever crave really, but it's like a thing that just is available and it's convenient. So it's like, it's fine. You know, I never love it, rarely. Or I never really love it. But again, I'm spoiled because we have a lot of other cool sandwich places. There's a place called Fozzie's here in St. Louis. It's really good. Gracie and I like to go to that sometimes. And again, I name drop Firehouse Subs. They're pretty good. So, so we're pretty fortunate here. We've got a lot of nice options. Anyway, he said, like, oh, damn her for stealing my chalice. Let's see who stole the chalice
We
from
hold
him.
on to fleeting things, even as we slip. I knew, and yet I indulged myself anyway. I indulged her a fair bit too.
Ooh, who's this her that he's indulging, I
It was
wonder?
It was forbidden. Oh, the things that would be said if word got out. That made it all the more delicious. From Dementia's own court, no less. Scandalous. Fatal, perhaps. But passion makes no accommodation for self-preservation.
Is he talking about Syl or Syl, the like head haunchess, or one of her underlings? I'm guessing probably one of her underlings. Put in the oven. That's a good idea, Blackbird. Like take it home and like bake it a little bit extra long. Because yeah, the toasted option is nice, but I like your idea of getting it extra toasted. I think I'd probably like that too, honestly. Rather under than over, Johnson. But yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I would rather like nice and crunchy. I mean, I'm not burnt, obviously, not charred, but pretty good crunch. Have I ever had Hodax? I don't think I have, actually. Mallory, I don't think I have, but I'm curious. Because yeah, Mallory and Koala were actually not very far from where I live fairly recently. So yeah, you probably had some options as far as Missouri dining options recently. Ramen place, Blackbird. We have some really cool ramen places here as well. My favorite is a place called Noodle House. Their stuff is very, very good. And it's like very nice and like pretty upscale ramen. Sponsored by a sandwich company, Barry. It's interesting you say that, Barry, because I was just driving one of my friends to a doctor's appointment earlier today because he doesn't have a car. I was driving him back from a doctor's appointment, and I noticed as we were driving by like the little exit signs leading, because we were on the interstate. We were driving by the exit signs leading to where he lives. I saw there was a sign for Jersey Mike's. So I was like, shit, man, I didn't realize we got a Jersey Mike's in this area. That's cool. Because I don't like drive down to where he lives too terribly often. But yeah, we have like 1 or 2 Jersey Mike's that have opened recently, and I've never been, but I've heard it's like really good as far as like sandwich chains go. Fried chicken, really? So it's called Hodax, and it's a damn good fried chicken. My go-to for fried chicken in St. Louis is a place called Gus's Gus's Fried Chicken. It's really good, and some people say it's like some of the best in the area, and I would say it's definitely up there for sure. But I wonder if it can compare to Hodax. Apparently Hodax is the good stuff, according to Mallory. You can't go back. That's correct. Yeah, if it's over toasted, then you can't go back. Whereas if it's under toasted, you can keep up in the ante little by little. So yeah, I would lean towards slightly over than slightly under personally. New York City was super good. Blackbird, that sounds nice. Spaghetti incident. I've never heard of that one. I mean, these all sound great, honestly. Plus one to Jersey Mike's. Sounds like I got a Jersey Mike's pilgrimage ahead of me then. God dang. They got Danny DeVito do their commercials? Well, if that doesn't sell me, then nothing will. That's incredible. I don't think I've ever seen any of their commercials, but if Danny DeVito's in them, then I'm like contractually obligated to enjoy it. That sounds fantastic.
Don't you? If you don't, you might. You wouldn't fall for
Eat more soup than the antibiotics. That's right.
Not the type.
Tell me what happened.
Opposites repel, strangely enough. All that pleasure and pain locked away now, as if it never happened. Unfortunately, the chalice is locked away as well. I have no wish to retrieve it myself, but fetching it might do you some good. My head is positively throbbing now. Can you see it? I need to lie down. Find someone to tell you the rest of the story.
Tell you the rest of the story. Yeah, Jersey Mike's though. I got it on my list. Got that on the old noggin. Because they got Danny DeVito commercials and they got good sandwiches. I'm sold. It sounds incredible. If this is one big psyop to get Alex to try Jersey Mike's, then it's working. Got a question, Blackbird? Of course. Happy to answer. Talk to someone in Syl's court, maybe. Oh, his court or Syl's. Okay. Well, let's ask around then. There's another person out here with us. Would a Golden Saint wouldn't have anything, would they?
Feel free to take what you need.
Nope, she has nothing.
Go.
Oh my god. Oh, specifically pouting. Okay. Because yes, the first thing I thought of was like the fucking. Oh god, what movie is that? Where the guy's like, you got it. It's the dueling banjos, fucking just weird, creepy hillbillies where they go like, you got a pretty mouth. So anyway, not that. A good pouting mouth, or a mouth for pouting. When I hear that kind of phrase, that's not a phrase I've ever used ever, and I probably will never use it because it's like a little bit weird. Can't we all agree it's like a little bit weird of a thing to say to somebody? But I think it is adjacent to saying that somebody is like cute when they're mad. It's like it's like, you know, someone's like, I'm like trying to be pouty, and the person's like, oh, you're so adorable when you're angry. I think it's in the same zip code as that kind of comment. That's what my brain receives that as. Deliverance, that's what it is called. Yeah, I've only seen like bits and snippets of that movie, and I don't think it's for me. But I can appreciate it from afar. Yeah, cute while pouting. Yeah, I take that to mean that like it's kind of like a, you know, pats on head, like, oh, you're so adorable. I can't take your frustration personally because it's too adorable, or like too delightful. Like that's kind of how my brain downloads that intel.
Not my place to talk about it. You need to know, you talk to Wide Eye.
Let's go talk to her then. She knows all the goods, and she's right over there. Whew.
Greetings, friend.
It's me,
You've
a
been
friend.
Speaking to Thadon, I can tell. He has a certain effect on people.
He has an effect on people.
Did he mention me, perhaps? Or was there something else you wanted to discuss?
I wonder if she has a crush on him. Maybe that's what's going on there.
Oh, you're helping him? Why didn't you say so? I'd do anything for him. Anything at all. Eat my own young if he asked me to.
Wow, that's fucked up, lady.
Then he goes and does. If I find out who she is, I'll tear her limb from limb.
So yeah, she's jealous.
But you don't need to hear that. You need to know. You need to know what he's asked of you. The chalice, yes?
Good barometer is your gut. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like, it's all about intention. It's all about the energy, the maybe even charisma that comes with saying a thing like that. Because yeah, like that's not something I would ever say to really anybody. Because like it's just not the kind of thing I would like feel comfortable telling somebody. Like, because it could come off as demeaning, or it could come off as patronizing, you know, like talking down to someone, or like trying to, and like, you know, like you're undermining their agency as an adult. Like that's like, and I wouldn't want to like even get close to giving that effect to somebody, because that's not cool. And as a person his whole life has been short, I know what it's like to feel undermined, and it's like, man, people aren't taking me seriously. I know what that's like. So it's like I wouldn't want to put someone else through that kind of thing. Lady says, damn, Whiteout, that's right. She's fucking ready to throw down.
If you are working to help Thadon, I'll tell you whatever I can.
But yeah, Blackbird's like, what does it mean? Yeah, that I can't pretend to be an expert, but that's what my brain tells me. And I think Barry's got me on this one too.
I don't ask too many questions of Thadon. It's precious to him, and that's all that matters. It's his own business. But didn't he mention where it is? Oh, I see. How brilliant of him. This is for you as much as it is for him. Oh, very good, Thadon. Dunroot
Not really
Burrow
being very
is
helpful
your
right now.
goal, my friend.
Dunroot
And what a
Burrow.
goal it is.
Oh, okay, that wasn't towards you, it's towards another person. Gotcha.
You don't understand. This isn't just about the chalice. This is about you. We must discuss Dunroot Burrow.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yes, a most unique place. Of course the chalice would be there. Don't you see? It's
Oh, the Elytra. Oh,
They're
did he
the
romance an
reason.
Elytra? Did he have sex with a
chalice.
giant
Veldu.
insect creature?
Elytra. It's all connected. One without the others is no good. Poison. Oh, a rough road awaits you. Some elytra there are different. You'll need to get Feldu from them and eat it. Can't get in without it. But once you do, he wants you to learn for yourself. Learn, grow, experience. It's his way. I shouldn't say more. But the burrow, it's northeast of New Sheoth.
All right. Addiction. So that was an intentional quest name. Interesting. Very interesting. Confidence goes out the window, Blackbird. I was never that good at it either. Honestly, that's one of the many reasons I'm grateful to be betrothed. I'm getting married in about a week and a half. Well, we're leaving to get married in about a week and a half, then the actual marriage itself will happen in about 2 weeks. So very soon. So like that's like an aspect of like the dating world I will not miss, is like negotiating and navigating those kinds of, are they flirting? Are they just being nice? Like that, because it can be hard to like always know the intentions of the other party and not overstep and not understep either. It can be tricky. It can be tricky and it can be hard to know sometimes. She's got a sharp mouth berry. I think she literally has a sharp mouth with those razor sharp teeth she's got. Smallish, but a bigger lower lip. Yeah, I think you're right. I can imagine in my mind like like I can't make it myself, obviously, but yeah. Stock up on soup things, save up on some monies, Blackbird, because you spent so much money on Christmas gifts for your family.
The chalice is in Dunroot Burrow. Haven't you been listening?
It's a lot of thinking. It's important, but I also understand the struggle.
Go there. Take the Feldu from the elytra. Eat it, and your journey begins. You will be thankful to Thadon when this has passed.
So we're gonna get turned on some giant insect blood juice, and it's gonna get real weird.
Oh, it wouldn't do to speak of it. Thadon's plan for you, I mean. I like you, little one, but I would never interfere with what Thadon wants. Oh, it wouldn't do to speak of it.
I wonder if I can like maybe do the diplomacy option to get her to tell me more.
The poison of the elytra can be debilitating.
I'm gonna try it.
All right.
Let's try it. She says, all right, let's try the usual 4-panel challenge that we got. Coerce, joke, admire, and boast. 2 of these she will respond positively to. 2 of them she will respond negative to. We gotta find which one's which. So she likes this one. I think she likes these 2. So she likes those 2. Yep. And dislikes those. 56. Yep. So these 2 are the big ones. So I'm actually going to rotate again. So small, big. 65. Small. Gonna rotate and do big. 60. Oh, I fucked up. It's supposed to be these 2. Whoops, my bad. So I'll do that one. I'll do like need to get that down there. That's fine. There we go. 65.
You're too kind. That's great.
Rotate small. There we go. 73. I'll actually keep going just to keep at it. We might as well.
Where'd you get that? That's good.
Small.
Blah, blah.
76. Not bad. Not great. Always use more opportunities to like kind of practice this because it is kind of tricky to do sometimes.
What a bore.
So I got 79. 79's pretty good.
Well, perhaps Thadon would want you to have a bit more guidance. He did.
Thadon forever. Yep, that's kind of her thing. That's her ship.
Feldu is a poison, little one, a very dangerous drug. You'll feel good at first, but that wears off, and if you go long without it, you'll suffer.
Hence the addiction. Okay, so there's an addictive property we need to be wary of. So good to know. All right, well, we've got things to play with. You know, while I'm here, let's actually head back to the other spot as well. Whoops. Is the game gonna crash? I was thinking about it. We'd like to go to the Dementia area as well, if the game will let us. And it is thinking very hard right now. Okay, I'll go and save. So yeah, is there an opportunity then for us to also get the Dementia quest as well? I'm assuming we can get them both simultaneously. The assumption is that there's going to be one. Of course, she's not here. The assumption is that there's one for Mania and one for Dementia.
Greetings.
Oh. Man, the game is really wanting to crash or something. It's not being nice. But it has not crashed, and it keeps pretending like it kind of wants to. But it just doesn't want to commit. Doesn't want a full commit.
What? Do you have business in the House of Dementia?
Wish to gain an audience with Lady Syl.
You wish to see Lady Syl, do you? The lady has refused any and all appointments of late. You'd have to try to find her on your own. And I don't recommend that course of action.
Well, that is tricky then.
Why would you come to me with Thadon's problems? You think I don't know what you've been tasked with? Why would I help my enemy?
It's an enemy thing? Oh, I don't think it was that kind of thing. I didn't think we were enemies. God damn.
It's a poison. Plain and simple. It'll make you wish you were dead. And given enough time, you will be.
Like a goth fashion, like, yeah, kinda. Kinda does.
That secreted are immune, but they're the only ones. If the Feldu didn't kill you, the Elytra would. You're better off just leaving the thing in the ruins above the burrow.
Interesting. Additional little side quest, or not side quest, main quest details.
I've told you, it'll kill you. While I don't care if it does, I don't think you want that. You wish to see Lady Syl, do you?
I do.
The lady has refused any and all appointments of late. You'd have...
Okay, so he doesn't... There's something else there. We could perhaps try to diplomacy with him as well.
Why would you come to me?
Yeah, let's try the diplomacy option. So, no, yes. So these two are the ones he likes the most. So I'll do this one.
That's enough.
That one.
That's great.
Small and small. There we go. So not too bad.
Later, not ever.
I'll do one bribe.
Gift.
And 2.
I appreciate the gesture.
And 3.
That will get you something. Good.
So now that we're at 70 plus, can you tell me more?
I can tell you that while she stays out of the public eye these days, she does still hold audience in her court during the day. You may attempt to approach her then. The lady has been concerned about her safety lately, so be prepared for a hostile reaction.
A punch in the face, got it.
You think I care for Thadon's toys? It matters not to me whether he suffers in agony or erases his mind with drugs. But
that's
if
what this
you
is.
insist, do you know the lengths of his depravity? How low he stoops to pursue his pathetic lifestyle? Feldu is a poison. It kills. And yet Thadon uses the chalice he created to twist Feldu into a drug he takes for his own amusement. How sick! If he was smart, he'd thank Sheogorath it's out of his hands now. And of course, he'd never risk himself traveling through Dunroot Burrow to get it.
Anything else?
I've told you what I will. The chalice is a corruption. Feldu is a poison, not an amusement. You're better off leaving the chalice where it is.
Got the food, Blackbird. Hell yeah. Vintage storage cans. That's kind of cool. From like the grocery store, or I guess maybe like a home decor store.
Later.
Onions, potatoes, garlic. That sounds nice. That sounds really nice. All right, well, it's the Lady of Paranoia addiction. Yes, it's locked away in Dunroot Burrow. Ingest the Feldu to enter the burrow. Right, yes. Is there anything else? No, we got a lot of little like text blurbs of and like updates. So Dunroot Burrow, where exactly is this ridiculous place? We've been there. We've been there. In fact, we've explored it already. We've probably killed everything inside of it. However, Oh wait, no, we have not. We did not kill everything inside of it because that was one of the ones we actually couldn't enter fully.
What do you want?
Do you want?
Walk with our lord.
Up to the palace grounds. Because yeah, there were at least a few. Oh, if they spawned things inside of here as well. There were at least a few entrances, or instances rather, where there was dungeons that we couldn't enter fully. We could maybe enter part of them, or we could like, but there were like certain parts of the area were off limits. This might have been one where there was, where we couldn't even go into the main entrance at all. Like it was completely warded off. Got it online, gotcha. Got a little drawings of the food. That sounds nice. That sounds nice and cozy. Oop. And the game has really been unhappy with me today. Back. Okay. So, yeah, there's no option to use the crystal. Uh-oh. It's hard to see, but I am slowly... Oh, gosh. Surely there's a way out of here, right? There we go. So wriggle your way through. So there's no way to use the crystals. No use smacking them as much as I would like to, so... Nothing there. What are you doing out here, lady?
Hi.
Hi.
Blessings of the Mad God.
I just got a little bit stuck, Blackbird. Nothing weird. Nothing weird at
Thadon's
all.
Problem, not mine.
Not mine, she
You
says.
can stay at the Choosy Beggar in bliss, but I wouldn't.
Like how her skin is practically going supernova with brightness. I mean, I'm a pasty motherfucker, so I can't really talk too much, but
Bye.
it's like I'm like, gee, can you turn your skin down? It like hurts. It's like very bright. It hurts my eyes a little bit. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit up Bliss real quick on the way out so I can sell some things because I am at capacity when it comes to storage things. This guy's still creeping around, being a weirdo. Afraid the walls will cave in around him. In fact, I should also stop by... Oh, wait, hold on. I think I've got something for this one lad. I should also stop by the lady who wants... alchemical reagents. She's got a list she's maintaining, and I've got stuff for her. Where's the fella that wants the tongs? The fella not in here? He's not in here right now. Would be this one. So he's outside. He is... Oh, he might have his own house. His own home. It is 10 a.m. Oh, not even 10 a.m. Big Head's house. And he is in here. In his own home. The nerve of someone living in their own home. How dare he? Your door's unlocked. Is it okay if I snoop? Oh, this is his boat. And he's beating the shit out of it, apparently.
My boat is coming along swimmingly.
It's a sky boat.
I see you found some. Frankly, I could use all of them.
There you go, bud. Oh, what was it?
The
Hunger is one of his favorite pets. Cool.
Goodbye.
So we're continuing to aid in his progress. Got a bunch of ores. He does have his own tongs that I would love to steal from him and sell back to him. But I think he would probably be more the wiser. I don't think he would be so silly as to not notice me attempting such a thing. Some regalia. Noah who builds the ark. Well, he's building something. I don't know if I would call him Noah, and I'm not sure I would call this an ark either, but he's doing something. He's trying his best, and that's what matters. Can't bucket his head. Yeah, I've heard about that strat of putting a bucket over someone's head and just robbing them blind because they are unable to see you, steal their stuff. I know it's a thing in Skyrim. I don't know if it's as much of a thing in this game. It probably is. There probably are many ways to cheese it. Oop, yeah. Have the addiction quest as the main one that we're selecting. But again, I want to sell some things. So I gotta find the general trader. There's at least one in these parts. In fact, I think I'm looking at it right now. Seems like the Mania land, Bliss, like the Mania city, is a lot smaller. And like with fewer, or at least with like fewer points of interest than Crucible, the Dementia place. We have the Gray Cowl. Does the Gray Cowl make us like invisible? I guess it kind of does, doesn't it? It definitely like makes us easier for sneaking. So yeah, if we needed to. But the thing is, I would like to steal those things, not because I want them for myself, but so I can give them to him, and he would probably notice that those are already owned by him, so he probably wouldn't buy them from us.
I have much to offer, and I'm always on the lookout for more.
I think I might actually just go ahead and sell Goldbrand, because at this point, it is the least interesting weapon of the three of my main weapons, because I've got Sword of the Crusader, good fire damage, and damage magicka. I have Goldbrand, which is good damage, but lesser fire damage. And then I have Dawnfang, which is weird, but cool as hell. So, yeah, I think I might just sell Goldbrand, which feels weird, because it's such a cool item. Many people told me it's the best sword in the game, but we very quickly found that Sword of the Crusader is, like, we got it as part of the DLC, and I think it's better. Maybe people were just saying that Goldbrand is the best in the base game. 1,060,000. Well, I thought in this game, Chameleon 60 was not a bug. I thought Morrowind was the one that had the Chameleon issue where 60 to like 99 like wasn't functioning correctly. Anyway, let's go ahead and sell it.
You've got a good deal there.
Got the Wabbajack. We do have Wabbajack. We do, which is silly. It is just silly. It's not very good, but it's too much of a meme to give up. I cannot bring myself to rid myself of it. I'd be too sad. Too sad to be rid of it. Circlet of Verdure. Oh, this is another thing we got from a previous quest line. Disease, poison, health, endurance. It's okay, I guess. I'll take it. I'll keep it for now.
Seems fair to me.
Water breathing. I actually think we might sell that one because then we get another like weird amulet that does water breathing and like a bunch of other things. Sea walking, water walking. Water breathing. Oh, except it's heavier. Water breathing and detect life and feather. That's fine. I think that's worthwhile. Let's keep that one and sell this one.
I can accept that.
It's a joke that it will. Oh, it does work in this game. Okay, I gotcha. Do I have a storage place, Barry? I have not gone in on a storage place yet. I mean, we do have, technically we do have Battlehorn Castle and like Frostcrag Spire. Like we do have options, but I'm lazy. I don't want to like go back and forth trying to juggle storage versus inventory. I mean, if I wanted to be more comprehensive and yeah, not rid myself of any artifacts, then maybe. But no, I'm fine just to wash my hands of it. I mean, I've already dropped a lot of things in dungeons that we can't get back. So I'm kind of past the point of no return. But I appreciate your consideration though. Oh, it doesn't work in this game. The chameleon thing, right? Look, chameleons from what is it, 60 to 8 to 99? Cause that's weird because I've got my chameleon up to like 95 or like 85, and it seems pretty effective. So I haven't noticed any problems with chameleon in this game, but maybe I've just been lucky all this time. Because yeah, in fact, I can't get my chameleon to 100 without drinking potions, but we've been super successful in being like able to steal most things pretty easily with a chameleon up to like 80 or 90. So it's been pretty good so far. Prince and the Gray Fox. Oh, right. You just don't have the bounty issue. Right. Gotcha. Use it for the Murder in the Dark. But that's actually a pretty smart idea because, yeah, I did the Thieves Guild after the Dark Brotherhood. I probably should have done it first, honestly. That's okay, Lydia. I fall behind too, honestly. I fall behind all the time.
That
Takes me a
seems
couple
fair.
minutes sometimes.
I can accept that.
I can accept that.
That
These
That
things.
seems fair to me.
Yeah, there's the gray cowl right there. Yeah, so it of course does fortify sneak, but yeah, I see what Lydia was saying, where you can just like take on the bounty and then quickly shuffle it off for the next opportunity. Those things, keep the boots, keep the greaves. Water walking is fine. I don't need 2 rings of disrobing, but I don't know if she would take a stolen one, so I guess I'll keep them both for now. GT, ring of mind, shielding, shield minding, skimming, water walking, fortify speed, fortify thought. What I think I might do is I might sell the other amulet then, because we don't need that many water walking things on our person. Sunfire, thieves, whoa, that's actually a pretty good one too. Abatement, rather. So you got sorcery, get rid of that one.
I can accept that.
Actually, keep those, that one's fine. Don't need these.
That seems a fair bargain.
Or this
You've got a
one.
good deal there.
Sell 2 of these.
That's a good deal.
If you have chameleon 60, the NPC. Oh, they're different bugs then. Okay. Because yeah, somebody was telling me that in one of the Elder Scrolls games, there's a bug where chameleon isn't calculated correctly or isn't applied correctly. Where if you have like chameleon above like 60 but less than 100, it's not counted correctly. But then there's the thing you just mentioned, Jim, which is I think a separate thing, where if you have 60, then it's effectively invisible. Yeah. So Morrowind has problems. But it sounds like in this game it does work okay. 100% chameleon makes all NPCs silly. Yeah. Even when you're stabbing them, right? Yeah, it's pretty easy to achieve 100 chameleon in this game, which is delightful. So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why people have said that making a stealth build is kind of very easily busted in this game, which is goofy and silly, and I'm kind of okay with it. Nothing I'm gonna sell here. Flawless emerald. I need to keep the pearl. Pearls for another quest, and I guess I'll keep the attenuator as well. It's probably something that will come in handy. I actually should go ahead and stop by the crucible so I can get this one created for us as well. It's good to see you, by the way, Sky Shadowing. You don't really need it so much nowadays. I mean, I would imagine a lot of the utility that comes with
If you have anything else
with
to
having
sell,
really good
I'd
chameleon
gladly
is probably
consider
in the
an
base game with the faction quests, especially Thieves Guild. So by this point, it's probably nice. If I had something that gave 100% chameleon all the time, it would probably be nice, but not exactly. Probably wouldn't have like as pronounced of an effect. I'm trying to knock it over, I promise. So yeah, let's go ahead and stop by Crucible as well. And I think I can get to... Actually, I can go to the Crucible from outside, can't I?
Speak quickly, mortal.
Maybe I can get to it from in here. Palace grounds. I go all the way south. Let's do that. So it's a bug in Morrowind, yeah. It's a bug in Morrowind, but you're saying that I can't take advantage of that bug in this game. Because it's an exploit, too. Books of Bliss. Books of Bliss. Have I been there? I don't know if I remember this place. Oh, it's the... how do I... Right. It's... Yes. It's, It's a bookstore. Quote unquote.
So,
bookstore.
how'd you like to get together later and leaf through my octavo?
If you catch her drift. Bookstore.
Knights of Order have appeared in the Isles. I hear they come from the obelisks.
For the stealthy quest, right. Main quest necessary. Yeah, it's tedious, yes. Yeah. Totally get it. I totally get it. yeah, Liddy's like, whoa, this is getting a little bit forward. So yes, the understanding is that she runs another kind of business upstairs, and the men that visit her leave very happy because of her very fine taste in book selections, book recommendations. Oh, that's a fair point too. Yeah, she probably wouldn't react as like. Actually, it'd be equally exciting if she was saucy with ladies too. Have a good night, Jim. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hope the night riding goes well. I'm gonna go ahead and sneak into the upstairs. Let's see what awaits us. Oh, okay, never mind. I was actually hoping there'd be like a very obvious like signs of well, actually, hold on. I mean, there's okay. So yeah, there's some wine, some nice cheese, shears and calipers. Actually, I need calipers, don't I? I need calipers and tongs. Calipers and thongs, maybe. But yes, she's into handcuffs and shackles. Yep, it's one of these kinds of deals. And the wine and the cheese and the strawberries and the, oh yeah, and a knife. Okay, that's a little weird. Probably for cutting the cheese, cutting the bread. She has orange loafers. If she has a feather on the bed, then that just seals it right there. Honestly. Oh, these are all barren. It's kind of strange. Okay, well, still. So she was aware of me, you know, rooting through her stuff. Rooting through her pantry drawer.
So, how...
Okay, but she's not too bothered by it, though.
And people to do.
See, yeah. Things to see and people to do. Yes. People to do, she says. Anyway, I was heading south. Head to Crucible.
Hello.
Hello. So I'm gonna stop by that one person's spat. Have a good night, Mallory. Final exams, that is probably a thing that is important to do. So yes, good call and getting rested up for Mallory. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us, little friend. I appreciate you.
Hello there. I just finished a lovely conversation with Uncle Leo. It seems he's not feeling well today. Lost an arm.
No, that would do it. That would make me feel not good too.
Vernice's isn't a bad place. Just make sure to wash your hands.
Proctoring exams is cool. So yeah, I'm guessing Mallory probably is an instructor or a teacher.
Zealots have dedicated themselves to the worship of Arden's.
Oh, you're right, Liddy. Yeah. The brother. Well, yeah. There was the.
By Lord Chairgordan.
There was at least one case of two ladies that would lure unsuspecting fellows away and then rob them blind. Bromir's underpants. That'd be fantastic. Yeah. What's up, Argasso? Good to see you. Yeah, a brothel. Yeah, I know what you meant. So we're looking for, it's Cutter's Blades. Is that what it's called? The Bernice's Tap House. Nearby, I can smell it. I can smell the... Oh, in the Museum of Oddities, I should also drop off the ring of spontaneous nudity. The ring of spontaneous undressing. I think they call it the ring of disrobing. To cut his weapons. Bromir's underpants, he should go ahead and find them. Unless he doesn't want them. Far be it for me to criticize. And I just... Oops, my finger slipped. Because I need them for other quests and such. It's okay, I'm sure she won't be mad at us for stealing a few things, and she won't punish us with bloody punishment at all.
You remain faithful. That is good. I will cut you.
Jimmy, you handsome bastard. What's up, buddy? Thank you very much, my friend. That's very generous. You're a good man. And also a good rabbit. How you doing, buddy? Do a quick shout out for Mr. Jim. I can guess what you were playing. Was it more Secret World? It was. Very good, man. Very good. Jimmy, you're too kind. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your raid. That's so sweet. Jimmy, for those who don't know, is a Secret World Legends extraordinaire. He is, by a very wide margin, the most experienced person I've ever met that plays that game. He helped us out a whole bunch when we played through the game a couple years back, and he's an awesome dude and extremely knowledgeable and very generous too. And I know that, and sometimes Jimmy likes to do these playthroughs where they're like challenge runs. He'll do challenge playthroughs. Last one, he played side by side of the Secret World Classic and then Secret World Legends, the new game, like in parallel. He would like alt tab between the two. Jimmy, what are you up to tonight, man? A new challenge? Started a new one, dude? Oh my gosh. What's up, Wolf Suma? I'd love to hear about the new challenge, by the way. And also, Jimmy, do you have any clips you want to share? If there were any clips of like goofy moments or just anything you want to showcase, I'd be happy to show on stream if there was any clips you wanted to share. Let's have her forge a weapon. Or no, whoops. Yeah, not armor.
Maybe later.
So forge me a weapon based on this claymore, please.
When you're really angry, it feels good to hack into someone with a giant blade.
A giant blade. She's so excited. So we get... What do we get? We get Perfect Madness Claymore. Let's see what we got. We're playing Oblivion, by the way. You've probably already figured that out. Here's our big sad purple character. His name is Sadge Maroon. He's a big sad purple man. And we're in the Shivering Isles expansion, or Shivering Isles DLC, which is pretty, like, far into the game. So we've done all the main quests. We've done all of the base game and all of its factions, and pretty much every side quest that we found. We've done all the other DLC things. So we kind of saved the best for last. Shivering Isles has a lot of content to it, so we're, far from done, obviously. We've got quite a lot of things to do, and that's very much a good thing. The Perfect Madness Claymore, here's how it looks. Looks pretty badass, actually. It looks like a very involved Claymore or Daedric weapon, kind of, sort of. The red hue of its enchantment's pretty badass. So it looks really cool, but it's a Claymore, so it's two-handed, which has some not great downsides for us, unfortunately. It's very slow, and it's hard to block. And the damage isn't as good as the weapon we currently have, so I'm actually just going to sell this back to her.
Smooth and sharp. Leave your foes sticky with blood.
She's a little weird. Just a little bit. So we're going to sell the old stuff.
Sharp, stabbing, cutting, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing. So sell the old one. And then I think that was all I wanted to sell to her. Yes, it is.
If you need more, you know where to find me.
Slow walking. Oh boy. Oh really? That's goes to the mod is like all like the subtitles, right? Like the text is all goofy. Oh my gosh. So it's like yeah, it's one of the, like the Google Translate like back to English. Yeah. Interesting. That's super nice of them to make that, Jimmy. I'm working on something similar for another game, and it's very arduous because there used to be tools to automate that kind of thing, but because there was the thing called Translation Boomerang or Google Translate Boomerang or something that would like automate all that for you, but the tools and it like doesn't work anymore with the Google API changes, and it's not open source. So it's like I'd have to make something all myself. And I guess maybe I should consider going through something like that. But each game is different with how they like feed the lines into, the translated lines into the game itself to make the dialogue happen. So I'm not sure how much automating it would really save me in the long term. But anyway, that sounds very silly and very goofy. Found her life's purpose. That's right. Her name lining up with her line of work. It's perfect. All the text, ability, so all of it. Subtitles, perfect. Anime GF Elgaso. That was kind of my first thought. I mean, she's very weird, and it's kind of uncanny. Like, her eyes are shockingly large, and her, like, slow manner of speaking and her, like, very quiet voice. She has this, like, chaotic aura that kind of, like, is unnerving and kind of scary to me. But I could see how she would be very appealing to others. So that's her name. Her name is Cutter, and she is a forge and also loves swords, loves sharp things. Yeah. Anime GFs are never weirdo, guys. So yeah. Name one anime GF that's not completely weird and or unhinged. She looks innocent. Well, I mean, yeah, in some ways I could see that.
something smooth and sharp. Leave your foes sticky with blood.
But the text that she says would like lead to someone thinking otherwise. Oh my god, GV. We've had so many raids. What the heck? Grovana, you're too kind, man. What in the world? So freaking Jimmy just raided us, and then GV says, "Hold my beer. I'm coming in. Coming in hot." Thank you, Mr. GV, for another generous raid. That's 4 raids tonight. God damn. 3, 4 raids? I don't know. I'm losing track. We're playing Oblivion. Grovana is, of course, a extremely experienced Elder Scrolls individual. So if you watch GV and you know his content, you're probably already familiar with his Skyrim YouTube Let's Plays and some of the other stuff he's streamed on Twitch. So you probably already know plenty about this game. You probably know more than I do even, but you also probably know where we are right now. We're in the Shivering Isles, and we're talking with Cutter. There's GV with a resub as well. GV, you're too good to me, my man. God damn. God damn, we were just talking to our anime GF, I mean our waifu, our sweet, precious, perfect angel. No, she's
things with madness or it tingles across
tingles.
The flesh when it cuts.
Yeah, we were just talking about how like Cutter is an interesting NPC because I think some people would be drawn to her and others would be a little bit freaked out by her. I'm kind of at the latter myself. The gigantic eyes, or it's a little bit uncanny valley for me personally. And her manner of speaking makes me worry that if I told the wrong kind of joke, or if I said the wrong kind of comment, that she would like kind of accidentally murder me to death. Anyway, GV, thank you again. You're very generous, giving us one of many raids. You've raided me so many times over the past couple of years, honestly. Let's get caught up on chat here. Oh, also had a video redemption, so we got to get to that. GV was doing some Fallout 4. That's right. You're doing a 100% Fallout 4 playthrough. So, like I said, GV is a Bethesda expert, but he is also, but not just Elder Scrolls, Fallout as well, which is fantastic. It's the Wood Elves, the eccentric ones, Liddy. You actually beat me to the punch. I was going to ask what race Cutter is, because I can't quite tell, but Wood Elf would make sense because she's kind of short. And the skin tone is very pale, so it's kind of hard to see, but I think you're right. That's probably what it is. But thank you again to GV for rating us, and also for the resub. 23 months, by the way. Almost 2 years, by the way. Goddamn. Shit's nutty, dude. GV, do you have any clips you want to share? Same for Jimmy, by the way. Jimmy, if you're still listening in. Jimmy and also Grovan, if either of you have any clips from your streams you would like to share, I'd be happy to see it. Because you both have done me solids by rating me. The least I can offer is to give everyone else a taste test of your content. So if you had a clip you wanted to share that you think was is kind of funny or kind of silly, happy to share it so we can all watch it together. And that way, if there's anybody who's not following either of you, sees that shit and they go, wow, this person is so cool and so charismatic and so handsome, and man, I bet they do the best backflips. They would be correct in all those things. And they could then go to your channel and give you the follows and shower you with positive thoughts and we'll say it's a golden opportunity for a positive shower. We'll call it a golden shower, and there's no way that could be misconstrued. Where is this museum, by the way? Museum of Oddities. I have a hard time finding it sometimes. Kodami's got something. Oh, here we go. Yes, Fallout 4 holds up. Now let's get into the museum. Here it is. I have a ring of excessive nudity I need to give to this lady.
Found any new oddities?
No, I don't. I'm not trying to say I want her to get naked, but I've got something that makes people naked that I need to give to her.
Have you found a new oddity that you...
Yes, the robe or the ring of desiccation. I need that for another quest. The ring of disrobing.
Oh my, how wonderful! A ring that removes people's clothing.
She loves it.
One of my most popular exhibits, I'm sure.
Okay, cool. Happy to help. Oh, and all right. Well, for anybody keeping track of the bingo, we did have NPC in their underwear just now, so that is on the bingo board. So there it is. The exit board game things? I don't think I do exit board game things. Oh, the game is still muted, isn't it? There's an easy fix for this. Fix is to not close the volume mixer. There we go. So let's see. Oh god, yeah, this face. This has got me before too. Was there anything else that I wanted to offload before we go back into the outside? I don't think there was. I don't think there was. I think we're all set. Yeah, let's go ahead and head out. I think this leads outside. That goes back to Bliss. Can I go to the outside from here? Oh, actually, it looks like I cannot. Oh, well, yeah, I kind of can, actually. It wants me to go through Bliss, I guess, because... Oh, I can just fast travel from it. That actually works better. Let's do that. Oh, this thing. Why are you green? This one looks green. It's extinguished a life. Yes, we have. Oh, there's the Feldew. Right, we have to consume the Feldew. Oh, that's right. That's right, Quirky. Yes. Speech text for a while. Right. Yes. Understandable, Quirky. Understandable. Yeah, it was for the carpal tunnel. Right. Yeah, carpal tunnel. Yeah. Well, I hope you're on the mend. I'm glad to hear things went well. I remember you saying that it wasn't going to be terribly invasive, but yeah, there'd be a recovery period. So that's good. I'm glad that you're on the mend. The one thing I will say about the TED Talks is that they are a very enjoyable and also challenging exercise in extemporaneous speaking. So if anybody wishes to get good at improv speaking or just more comfortable with public speaking in general, using that TED Talk generator to create something weird and then trying to present something weird. Obviously, you wouldn't have to do it on stream if you didn't want to, but maybe amongst your friends or family, just in front of people as like a way to laugh about something. The whole idea behind the TED Talks is that it was meant to be a kind of an automated way or a single player version of playing PowerPoint karaoke. PowerPoint karaoke is a thing that is kind of, I don't know if it's popular, but some young professionals do it where maybe it's like a Friday night after work. Bunch of friends or maybe even coworkers get together. Everyone brings a bunch of drinks. Everyone gets a little bit tipsy and, you know, drink some beer, drink some wine, what have you. And everybody slightly drunkily has like 10 minutes to create a PowerPoint slide deck that has like 6 or 7 slides based on a subject they know nothing about. And it's supposed to be weird. It's supposed to be silly. And then they give that slide deck to someone else to present. And everyone takes turns getting tipsy, presenting their respective slide deck that they were assigned, that they've never seen before. Everyone's laughing, it's all silly. It's a fun thing to do, and I've done it with friends before, but it's usually requires a multiplayer element. So the talk generator thing we did, it's just called, if you go to talkgenerator.com, that's all it is. It's just talkgenerator.com, and it provides a single player version, I guess, of PowerPoint karaoke, kinda, sorta. Also because he got the freaky stuff. That's right. He got the freaky grapefruit times out of his system. And he got grapefruited so well, he married the lady that grapefruited him so splendiferously. It was a terrifying presentation. I'm glad for it to be terrifying, Quirky. Have a great night, friend. Sweet dreams are made of these. Sweet dreams are made of grapefruit, apparently. So we cannot move this by hand. We need to imbibe the juice to be able to pass through this barrier. Grapefruits of wrath. Are they about to say warmth, but also wrath? Jackbox game. It does. And actually, some friends and I played it not too long ago. It would be a hard game to play over stream unless everybody was in voice chat. But yeah, me and some friends played it not too long ago. It was pretty fun. There's like also like there's ways where you can like work because you have a co-presenter and then the presenter. And yet, like, your co-pilot is kind of in control of, like, the mechanics of the presentation, and they can either help you or completely screw you over. So there's some fun opportunities there as well. Anywho, we got the juice. We got the Feldew. Feldew effect, indeed. Actually, I probably don't need to save because we already auto-saved anyway. Let's imbibe the juice. Apparently, it's going to get weird and very trippy. Let's get to it, friends. Here we go. I've taken Feldew in order to enter Dunwich Burrow. Let's be careful. It said we're experiencing euphoria. So here we go. It's not overly weird yet. It is open. So I was thinking things were going to get extra weird. It doesn't actually show on here as an effect, unfortunately. Everything is equally Technicolor as it was previously. To Dunwich Burrow we go. He would approve. I think he would. I think really all of our TED Talks could be considered Sheogorath approved with how frequently unhinged and like nonsensical. You know, it's part of the fun though. Even like how much he flip-flops around between threatenings of violence and then promises of nice things. So he too is all over the place. Am I supposed to kill you? Or are you gonna be nice? Okay, I guess we're fighting. I was thinking maybe they would be nice. And we would like talk with them. And we would... Effects of Feldo are wearing off. I gotta get more of the juice. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we would commune with the denizens of the Elytra. And mate with their women and integrate into their tribes. So he didn't have the stuff, did he? He or she? Just the Ichor, which is not the same. The effects of the grapefruit. The effects of being grapefruited. Let's see, I gotta find another green boy. There's a greeny man's. Bam! Sneak attack. The Elytra Matron. They're so green, and they're green because they're also getting the juice. Your body's weakening from Feldu withdrawal. Oh, there it is. I gotta reach the chalice quickly, or find the Feldu. So we gotta go fast then, yeah. We gotta go fast, so let's go fast and eat ass. They did warn us, it's poison, it's gonna get real weird. Gloria added. Let's go quickly then. Hopefully there will be more opportunity to get Feldu so we can stock up for a bit. Have a bit of a backlog versus having to be desperate. There's one right there. Actually, I should have gone in for a sneak attack. What was I doing? Not enough Mergicers. And out of curiosity, now that we're extinguishing more lives, and we confirm that the sword is becoming more powerful. Not particularly, but maybe it's because it needs repairing? Broke a hammer, by the way. That's one of 3 hammers broken. That's just 30. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, 30 is what other weapons, or other 2 weapons, would be defaulted to typically. Effects are wearing off. Once it is properly worn off, then I will switch it up. Extinguished 4 lives. Trying to go fast. This way or this way? Let's go this way. Since it's probably the path that we're being encouraged to follow. We did reflect the stuff. Thump. Extinguished 5 lives now. Still no more additional juice. Probably more where that came from. Actually, while I'm here, soul tomato. I'm sorry, what's soul level? Soul tomato, what the fuck? This has got to be a soul gem, normally. But right now, it's a soul tomato. Tomato, it seems to act as a soul gem. This might be something Una... Oh, never mind. It's a normal thing then. Okay, it's just an oddity then. It's pretty odd, all right. I was thinking maybe that was an effect of the drugs getting our asses and making us hallucinate. All right, we're getting the withdrawal. That's okay. We can take another hit of the juice. So we have an option to go that way. I think there was a second container. Yes, one across the way here. It's a fellow down there. We've already been down that way. We'll just loop around. It does, but it loops around in such a way that benefits us greatly. Ouch. Bam! Blasted his ass. Give me the Feldu, please. Please and thank you. Effects are wearing off already, so it is a fleeting high, and the fleeting high becomes ever fleeting as we continue to abuse it, and the timer gets ever shorter. So we're building up a tolerance, I suppose. Well, clearly there's only one way to go, so let's hop to it. We just picked up another dose of Feldu, and we've already gotten the message saying it's wearing off, so let's run quickly then. Gotta get that chalice. We're going the right way. It's gonna be up. Okay, I think we've seen that this passage already. So this one here? Yes, yes it is. It's an area leading down, and this actually might be a dead end. Body's withdrawing. That's fine. We've accounted for this possibility. Probably going to be another fella down here. It'll have the goods. Or a regular fellow, that is, with no goods. Ouch. Who's just going to beat the shit out of us. We still never did hear about who the lad who what's his name? Thadon. We never did hear who Thadon had shacked up with that like caused him to relinquish the chalice, because he was saying he kind of hinted that well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was like the forbidden mistress and the forbidden love he shared with this person. Maybe that was just indicative of, or like representative of his addiction with this drug. Maybe like the mistress was not a person, but was a fleeting high. Because what I was at one point wondering is if there was like an implication that he had like had sex with an elytra, and was like unwilling to like divulge further out of shame. Because I mean that'd be very fucked up and very Sheogorath. Very, very like chaotic. Also, look at these bodies just physics out into nonsense when they die. It's kind of fun. Body's weakening. That's okay. We're ready for it. What I'm trying to get at is, Todd Howard, give us the director's cut of this game where Thadon fucks an elytra. And ran out of money, so had to pay the elytra with a important artifact, which is the chalice, out of desperation. That I think is the headcanon that I'm going to stick with. I see you. Yes, I reflected the damage. No, I'm not afraid. 3 lives extinguished. This is a dead end. That means this other one's got to be it. Right, we have a little arrow pointing us to the spot, and it is its own new instance, isn't it? To the Kelp Fen. Let's save real quick. What was that word? Kelp Fen. Oh, I know what the word kelp means, but I'm not sure what a fen is. Can I get more soul tomatoes? Nah, just potions. That's gonna diminish my agility and make me sad for a couple seconds. I don't know if we need to kill these things, but it makes me feel cool. Body begins to weaken from the withdrawal. That's fine. I think. Is it fine? I think we just got one, didn't we? Yeah. Euphoria. Got the juice. The forbidden juice. Forbidden bug juice. Ouch. Ouch. Getting stun locked. Goddamn. There's one. Matron, you're next. They're doing a lot of damage to me, by the way. God damn. They're not great defense-wise, but offense, they are spicy. Spicy, but not nicey. Yeah, but very jiggly. Very jiggly. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Elytrusy. That jiggly booty got me thinking about the Elytrusy right now. Oh shit, I gotta go though. We're running out of juice. I can't get distracted by the Eli Trusty. Not now. Not when we're so close. Well, actually, I don't even know if we're that close, but we are probably getting closer. Extinguished more lives. Yes. Yes, we did. This might just devolve into a race against the clock. The last piece here. Unless we can find a buddy. There's a buddy. It's a green buddy. I'm going through the withdrawal, but we're just in time. I'll do withdrawal added. They're very quick. Ooh, I got the frickin' knockback smack. Hell yeah. Extinguishing 6 lives. We're on a killing spree. Killing spree. I keep holding out for more soul tomatoes. I'm a soul tomato. I don't really need that amber, by the way. I grabbed it kind of without thinking, but I really don't need it. Unrefined green mote, that actually could be useful. For another side quest, actually. We already have Screaming Maw. We're already good there. Again, I should be dilly-dallying. I can't be stopping to smell the mushrooms. I should be sprinting to fight the mushrooms. What? Did I go backwards? I went backwards. Well, no, I did not go backwards, apparently. Because if I go back that way... Okay, so I guess... I'm gonna cross this way. Because we've already been to that area. This kind of hub area. There we go. You would run away and hit me with multiple weakness spells, wouldn't you? Jeweled helmet, or jeweled helmet, jeweled amulet. No need for the helmet. That's unnecessary. Bam! Trying to go fast. Go fast, eat ass. That is the Sheogorath way. According to this thing I just made up. Got the withdrawals, but that's okay. Guess I can just chain the sneak attacks together, and no one has to be any the wiser. It's quite the meandering dungeon, isn't it? So I think I know the answer. If I run back this way, this will... Okay, just has one of these lives. Gonna say I probably didn't need to double back. It's probably just as well because I'm getting stun locked for a million years anyway. Yeah, okay, so we've already seen where that connects. No big surprise there. Let it be known that this is pointing us to a new instance still, so we still have not found our proper destination. Drone tunnels. X wearing off already. Strong but fleeting high indeed. What's up, Meerkat? Hope you're having a nice evening. Hope D&D went well for you, bud. 9 lives. This thing's ready for slaying some cats, apparently. Right, I'm gonna go this route just because it has a little hollowed stump for us. Little amulet, take the amber, take the gold. Something stabbed me just now as well. And still another instance remains. If it's a green arrow, then it points us to the actual object of our desire. That means we've like found it in the same instance. But the fact that it's a red arrow means that it's still gonna be in its own separate kind of thing. We're already experiencing a withdrawal, which is not great. Having a harder time finding the lads that have the stuff. Oh, we apparently... Let's say something has seen us. Oh, it wasn't dead. Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought I'd killed it. Oh, that's at the vault. Yeah, you told us about the Doom Vault. Right, right. This looks encouraging. That's right, we have meerkats and koalas. That's right, we have a good representation of the animal kingdom right now. Go this way. He's got the goods. Everything's getting weakened with the withdrawals. Yes, yes, I'm quite aware. Painful withdrawal. It's getting worse. I need the big hits. The big hits and the big shits. I got the big shits. Usually it's not a good thing to have the big shits, but I'll make an exception in this case. I'm gonna go so far of a way just to get a hit. I think we need to go south. Yeah, clearly. Go south for the winter. Is this it? Yes. Immovable rod against a door to create a safe room. That is good. Ingenuity, I would say. So you got a full night's rest. Very good. The spells recharged. Oh yeah. How about the spellcasters were happy? The thirst has been quenched. So what happens when the thirst is quenched? Does the damage get more damagelier? Let's repair. Just broke our third hammer, by the way. 3 hammers broken, confirmed. Seems about the same, actually. Damage, at least, seems the same. Seems pretty smart to me. I would be inclined to agree. They broke down the door, but it took a long time. Yeah, I'm sure. Sounds like it was pretty effective then. Steel does last a long time, even against trolls. Yep, can confirm. Perfect. I was hoping to find one of you. One of your ilk. It's not wanting to attack me. It's kind of strange. Am I supposed to not kill it? I'm gonna save. Then I will kill. Weird that it was wanting to be diplomatic for a second there. But then it attacked me 12 times and I was stun locked for the entirety of the 12 times. That was pretty cool. Yeah, very, very strange that he or she, I guess she, if it was a matron, was content to just chill and not attack me. Feel a little bad. I had to murder her for her sweet, sweet juice. Drug juice. But when you're chasing that high, everything else is just an obstacle. Just a means to an end. These guys do so much damage, and I've got a pretty good amount of hit points. What level is my guy? My guy is level 38. 370 hit points is not exactly a small amount, but these things carve through my hit points pretty dang well, unfortunately. Into the bramble holes. Still not done, by the way. So we have, this is a long ass dungeon. God damn, this is an endurance sprint. Can't get to there. Gotta go around. So go around we shall. Effects are wearing off already. No surprise there. See, like a harder time finding the green boys, which means we're going to be having some pretty not great withdrawal systems pretty soon here. With the paralyzed to proc, which is nice. Body is weakening from the withdrawal. His body is jiggling. Not much I can do about it though. I just gotta keep looking around. We did get a save just moments earlier, so we have a point to return to in case the withdrawal gets so bad that it kills us. There's one right here. Let's get this guy real quick. Getting a lot of paralysis effects to work for us. Let me harvest this guy's juice real quick. There we go. And there he goes. Grieves at the kill and resist fire. Night Eye. I'll take that actually. Common Soul Gem. Sure. Amber. So I'll take it. Two-headed septum. This has got to be an oddity, right? An unusual two-headed septum coin. More oddities for the lady. Very good. Oh, shit. Tricking bug, yeah. Breaking it down, yeah. Yeah, there's something goofy, well, many things that are goofy when it comes to these particular monsters when you either kill them or knock them down. The way they ragdoll is very silly and physicsy. Greater fortify fatigue, I'll take that. Let's actually read that right now while we're talking about. Yes, add to my points, to my list of spells, that is. Effects are wearing off. Every time I think I'm getting closer to the end, and it keeps not happening. Ouch. Two-headed coin, yeah, it's like a loaded dice. It's the coin equivalent of a loaded dice. I still can't really believe that after pumping so many points into agility, or agility is almost maxed out. So we have almost maxed out agility, we do have maxed out light armor, and we're still getting juggled just as often with like stun lock. We don't get stun locked any less often, which is a shame. I was really hoping having higher agility would allow for better like stun lock resistance, but seems like it's like been as bad of a problem as ever. Alright, so we are still under the effects of the forbidden juice, I do believe. Doesn't seem to... Oh, actually, no. It looks like... Oh, we're going through the withdrawal right now, actually. So we gotta hurry and get more of the goods, then. Hopefully we can find some fairly soon. Although we are approaching the chalice. Oh, there's people. And they're somewhat naked. Oh, they're addicts, though. Feldu addicts. Oh, they're very fast. Oh man, my stuff is... I'm very weak with this addiction nonsense. You can see their eyes are all fucked up, too. Feldu is ours, he says. Actually, here, you got some right here. Let me just, whoa! Trying to pick it up, but they are not having it. There we go. I feel like Popeye trying to get to his spinach, but in this case, the spinach is crystal meth. Like Bluto's beating the shit out of me. He's like reaching for the spinach. He keeps knocking it out of his hands. I got thrown upwards at one point. There it is. There it is. Then he's got like the pipe. We're all ready and fired up. Although it begs the question, yeah, what is the closest corollary, like real life drug counterparts to Feldu? I don't know if crystal meth is a good comparison. He's got 4 of it. Goddamn. So I'm not sure what the proper comparison is, but crystal meth just seems right. Look at these very regal beds they sleep in, though. ward off their addictions. Or to languish in their addictions, I guess. Are you a friend? You're a fellow addict. You're a fellow Feldu addict. Yeah, everyone like looks very sad and sickly. Look at the misshapen face. And believe me, I mean, if there was ever anybody that has a misshapen face, it's me. I can't really talk too much shit. It's a Chalice of Reversal. That'll probably reverse all this, won't it? Or can I just go and murder more people? So I guess what they do is they just like snort the Feldu, fucking, and drink a bunch of beer and I guess, I don't know, fuck each other and then read. Well, so yeah, fuck each other senseless, read the Lost Argonian Maid, and then bludgeon to death anybody who wanders in unannounced. Because yeah, it's all Feldu, it's all cheap wine. That is all that's going on here. Feldu and cheap wine for days and days and days. And minimal clothing. Maybe shrooms. Actually, you're right, Liddy. Shrooms might be the more appropriate thing to compare it to. Of course, we did find the chalice. I'm just curious if this leads anywhere. Probably just outside. Oh, okay, yeah, leads outside. Needs a key. Right, I will take upon the chalice. It's delivered to Thadon. Oh, did that remove the unpleasantness? Be nice if it did. Am I not experiencing the withdrawal anymore? Am I normal? I think I might be normal. Actually, our strength is back to normal. I think we're square. Yep, I think we're all set. Good, good, good. Not a moment too soon, too, because that was getting weird and tricky trying to go fast and also, you know, be mindful about how we were about where we were going exactly. Oh, the game fucking crashed. It was too good to be true. Alright, well. At least it crashed cleanly. It could have been worse. So it's a good thing I was manually saving, because if we hadn't saved, we would have had to have done the entire dungeon all over again. Because I don't think it would have been autosaving ever, because we never exited. Well, actually, no, it might have autosaved just now, actually. Because we never went from an interior to an exterior cell, nor from an exterior to an interior cell, except for when we first entered the dungeon. Koala says shrooms and excessive nudity, sign me up. Okay, looks like it actually did autosave. Oh, no, it's because I manually saved here. I manually saved here because I was very smart. Good job, Alex. I said to Alex. I'm just gonna go ahead and preemptively goink this Feldu, and then smack the shit out of you. Bonk. Oh, did you see that? See that fucking, his head whipped back as I fucking smacked him against the table? The sword hit didn't get him, the fucking corner of that table did. So I need to go ahead and do this now. Let's do all this again, of course. Whoops. Didn't mean to hit tilde like that. I was trying to hit the number 1 on my keyboard so I can heal. The head against. I know you saw that too, right, Mirgat? Goddamn.
Feldu is ours. You can't have it.
An MSP masterpiece. Could you DM the image? Yes. Well, I mean, probably Discord would be the best source. Bonk. Shoutouts to Damage Reflection for putting in the work. Yeah, imagine this man's head would be a little bit caved in from that fucking table hit he suffered. That was pretty brutal, wasn't it? Oh, you weren't supposed to see me. And there she is, like, very, very daft. Very, very quick and daft. Plump. I'm gonna go and pick this up now, because we know it'll reverse everything for us. I wonder if I could have picked it up and it would have reversed their addictions too, maybe. Okay, we got an MS Paint challenge. Very good. Very good. A lot of redemptions tonight. Videos and redemption and TED Talks. Lots of weird things tonight. That's good. That's why we have them. They're to be redeemed and enjoyed. Is there anything else? We can't actually open this, can we? No, we cannot. That leads outside. That's where it crashed last time, of course. These, nothing new. Yeah, wrist irons. Yep, yeah, it's wrist irons and a copy of Lost Argonian made and a just impossible amount of cheap wine. Good times. Good times for all we're had in this place, in this very weird Feldu den. It's like an opium den, but I guess a shroom den in this case. Alright, so I will save because last time the game decided to shit the bed a little bit right here. So I will preemptively shit my own bed, and that'll show him. Okay. I can feel myself getting tired. What time is it, by the way? It is almost 1. I should probably wrap up fairly soon. But let's see if we can... Well... Oh, right. Battle music. And, yeah. Battle music, of course. We're sitting right in front of a crystal deposit, so... Might have something to do with it. Hit him with the old razzle-dazzle. Fuck you. Damn it. This guy has no health to speak of. Priest of Order. What? Oh, we're not done. Okay. Knight of Order. Bonk. Left behind his sword, which is, not that perfect. This guy's still pulsating. And he came back alive? Are they, like, not ever dead, I wonder? Okay, so I see what's happening. When I try to loot his corpse, I'm getting spanked. I'm getting shocked. So I can loot these lads. Can I, like, decommission this thing? Albus does not respond. It's just gonna keep respawning new friends. Bringing in new friends, I suppose. Upset about the wrong info. It's possible it was wrong on purpose, because maybe that was like outdated info. Because again, if it was going off of 1989, maybe that's what we thought was the hottest in 1989. Well, we could be here all day just fighting these things. So I'm gonna finish these lads off and then get the fuck out of Dodge. Because we can't fast travel while there's active fights happening. They will forbid it. That man just get launched into the stratosphere. He did get launched. I wish I could have appreciated it better. But I had to not die. Whoa! They have Dunmer voices, by the way, which is kind of weird.
Order's purity protection.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Sanctum of Decadence. Oh, we actually saw that entrance too, actually, yeah. Fucking hell, I'm still fucking stuck finding these assholes, aren't I? Okay, quickly now. Quickly, please. Let me leave this horrible place. Goddamn. Summon in Haskell. That's a good point. We don't know what his capabilities are. His like powers aren't necessarily, but yeah, maybe bringing him into the fight would somehow be of benefit. I wouldn't think he's much of a fighter, but we don't know what he's capable of, man. It's hard to say. Stuff got pretty dinged up. Actually, one thing I should do is, I meant to do this earlier. I want to hit up High Cross real quick. I should do this first. Because High Cross has this one lady that is collecting things.
No, don't come any closer. I have to finish my morning survey of the dewfall at 4 precise locations.
So she wants reagents on her list, and I have all the, well, maybe not all, but I have many of the goods.
I hate these interruptions, but I suppose they're unavoidable.
That's the spirit.
These creatures will do for now. However, I'm sure I will eventually get bored with them. Ask me again later. Remind me to ask you about my bestiary. In the meantime, what have you found for me? Excellent! I'll just take them. These are perfect for my research. Thank you. Now go. Shoo! No, don't come any closer. I have to finish my morning
take everything?
survey of the dewfall at 4 precise locations.
So I think the answer is yes. What I don't know is if that's all the stuff.
Good to know. I try to steer clear of the big bugs.
Goodbye.
The big bugs, the big butts. Red kelp, gas bladder. I'm just looking through the list. Bromite eggs. We gave a lot of stuff. I was hoarding a lot of things to give to her. Surely that wasn't everything, though. We would have gotten a little quest indicator if it was everything.
I don't have time to talk. My work cannot wait.
Be nice if there was like an easy way to see like a list that could be checked off to show what are the things we've given and what are the things that are that remain to be given. Void essence sell list. That's good to know.
I don't have time to talk. My work cannot wait.
Okay.
I hate these. Remind me to ask you about... Liar!
Okay, so she has nothing else, I
Don't
suppose.
run into the water to escape a Scalon. They'll follow you. No luck, huh? Well, I have to get back to my research.
Okay, so there's no convenient way to see what we're missing. Let's check the list that she gave us. Maybe there's like obvious things I could watch for. In the meantime, is there anything I can drop that she clearly has no need of? She apparently didn't want Wisp Core or the unrefined green moat. The Heart of Order maybe could come in handy. I'm kind of surprised she didn't want the Feldew. Spooky things. It's like Mandela catalog. Yeah. Yeah, the uncanny analog horror stuff. Like I said, it's kind of hit or miss for me personally, but when it hits real good. Real good. Mana Sword. No, it's not it. Here we go. Got this one. We got this one. Got this one. Blistered Podcap, I think. Congealed Protrusence, I think. Elytra Ichor, yes. Flame Stalk. Fungus Stalk. Gas Bladder, I think. Gnarlbark. Oh, I don't think we actually have Gnarlbark. Those are one of the few things we did not get. Hunger Tongue, I don't have one of those yet. We've seen them, but I don't have one. Digestive Slime, yes. Giant Spore, maybe not. Scale, skin. Okay, Bone Marrow, yes. Tentacle, Thornhung, Void Essence, Watcher's Eye, Withering Moon. So we've gotten most of the things on the list, but there's still a few items left. That's okay. Also, I should turn in some of the things for the what's it called? The museum. The Museum of Odd, Sexy Things. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the items that we're going to give her are going to encourage excessive nudity, but one can dream. Let's see, I think it was... I can never remember. This place is kind of congested. But it's further north. Yeah, there we go. It's further north. Heroes Mysteries. It's over here. Bam. So we found the tomatoes and the double-sided coin. Double-headed coin.
Have you found a new oddity that you... Two Tibers are always better than one,
Two-headed
I always
septum.
say. We'll take good care of him here in the museum, don't you worry. Have you found a new...
Soul tomato.
Oh my, that is odd. I've never even heard of such a thing before. We'll find a nice place for it here in the museum. Have you found...
Can I give her another ring of disrobing?
I'm so sorry. I already have a ring of disrobing. There's really no place in the Museum of Oddities for duplicates, as I'm sure you can understand. Have you found...
We could give her back the ring of desiccation, but we need that for another quest, so not for now.
Discouraged. Bye.
Is she gonna put the things away? So apparently, the two-headed septum was worthy enough of being in the glass case. And the soul tomato was worthy of being in the glass case. Pretty neat. Because yeah, I know she said like the cases are for like really extra cool things.
To show me?
I guess I need to find more of like these kinds of things. Maybe she also wants reagents and animal parts. I'm not sure those are really weird enough, but anyway. Got that. Got the soul tomato. Alright, so got the chalice of reversal. Let's bring it to Thadon. Is there anything else, though, that I wanted to take care of kind of while we're doing this kind of housekeeping? And see, we're dropping frames. Actually dropped a not small number of frames now, which is a little bit unfortunate. Ring of desiccation. Yeah, there's the other items that she wants. She wants the calming pants and the amulet of something. I can't remember what it was. What was it? Amulet of disintegration. Yes. See, merely. Yeah, so she's the one that wants. Yeah, the various. Wait, did I just go past it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, she says samples of various rare items. They're really not that rare. It's more just samples of the various flora and fauna. I don't really call those rare items, but sure. Meerkat, you, your elbows are like shockingly smooth. Like just the smoothest elbows. It's really something. It's really something. You know, like some people, like, you know, they do this, like they kind of they extend the elbows out, and you can see it's all like wrinkly and lumpy and gross and ugh. Not Meerkat. Meerkat's elbows smooth as a baby's elbow. The whole time, the whole damn time. It's truly impressive. Smooth as one's brain. We can only hope to have elbows as smooth as our brains. From all the eucalyptus leaves we all eat. Okay, so yeah, nothing else that I can really think of here. That's when she's holding court during the day. Is it during the day now? Actually, well, it might be now. It is 9 a.m. That's kind of during the day, right? Let's go. I think it's up north then. Kind of. House grounds. We want to go this way. Let's see if we can actually catch up with her real quick. This would be nice to gain an audience with her, since that is a fleeting opportunity. And again, the crystal's out here, man, and they are not causing troubles yet, but I'm sure they will eventually. So actually, hold on. If I just select her... Or not select her, but select the quest for her. So apparently she is inside the palace. House, at least. Oh, she is holding court. Okay. How's about this? So we need to talk to her for whatever her quest is. And then we do have the thing we're turning in to Thadon. Thadon, I think. The guy's name? Thadon? Thadon. So we have the item to return to him, the chalice, and then we're gonna have probably a lore dump from this lady who's gonna give us presumably a quest of her own for us to accomplish. I think we're gonna save that for next time though, friends, because it is getting pretty late. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm pretty tired. Started a little bit later than I would have preferred. Still went 4 hours though. I'm pretty happy about that. A lot of redemptions, a lot of course, I like I said, I know not everyone's a big fan of that. A lot of redemptions, a lot of distractions, and non-game progress. So I try to do a somewhat of a balance of goofy redemption things, but also you know, making progress in the game, because I know not everyone is a fan of either extreme, so I try to do a little bit of everything. But I had a good time tonight, friends. Hope you did as well. Again, big shout outs to our friends. We had actually several people rate us tonight. We had Kiko rate us earlier, which she was the first one to rate us, and we had our boy Jimmy. And then Grolvana hit us with the freaking double whammy, unintentional double rate, which was super nice. And we had some new friends stopping in, of course, lots of familiar faces as well. So yeah, I'm happy about tonight. It was really good, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Actually, we'll do more streams tomorrow, because I typically do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I know last week I had to cancel the Thursday stream. I think I should be good for tomorrow though. I think the Thursday stream for tomorrow should be on the agenda, on the docket, so it should be all set. Kiko, so yeah, I might be mispronouncing her name. It's Keiko. So Keiko Beans was the streamer who rated us earlier. She was the first one who rated, and it was very nice for her. It was really cool. She's also playing Oblivion as well, actually. So a fellow Oblivion enjoyer, which is fantastic. Thanks for hanging out, Jet. Appreciate you chilling with us, buddy. Meerkat says, games? What the hell are those? And that's just a nerdy thing that some nerds do sometimes. Let's see. Actually, speaking of Jet, I see Asol is live. She's doing some Mario Kart right now. Looking for raid targets. I'm thinking either Asol or Kara. Now, Kara raided us not too long. Oh shit, now Johnson's here. Johnson reminded me that we actually do have bingo to look at. Let's do that real quick. Let's do this. Bingo Oblivion. Bam. Oops. Oh, I misspelled it. Bingo Oblivion. Oblivion. There we go. Let's do that real fast before I adjourn. But yeah, I'm also looking for raid targets. There we go. Oh, that's not it. Monitor 1. There we go. Let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see and see if I got a bingo on my end, at least. VTuber. I don't think Kiko Beans is a VTuber. At least I don't think she is. But VTubing is getting more and more popular, obviously. It was fun, Leadable. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I hope everyone did as well. I know I enjoy these streams and continue to deep dive into this game as we are still not anywhere close to being done, but as we are making progress for it. No diseases, but I did get 3 raids tonight. Disposition did happen tonight. New spell, yes. NPC follower, no, unfortunately. Although I could maybe change that to be NPC or monster follower, because 2 streams ago we did temporarily gain a monster follower. No potions, did acquire a book. New useful piece of equipment, the sword. The sword is a useful piece of equipment. Over encumbered, yes. Shuts something funny unprompted, yes. Amazing weapon or piece of armor we can't use. Not that I can think of. Nothing that we couldn't use. Stream didn't go offline or anything silly. We only had 2 crashes tonight. Very hard lock, none of that. Glitchy monster behavior. I'm gonna say no. Some people might point out, what about the glitchy, like goofy dumpies of the Elytra? That's more of a glitchy physics thing. I don't really consider that like glitchy AI shenanigans. I think that's probably fine. But alcohol or skooma, or like, I could also, you know what? I'm gonna check this because I would say acquires alcohol, drugs, or skooma. The weird fucking mushrooms. I've already forgot what it's called. Fell something, fellworm, fell wire, whatever it is. Anyway, I'll say this counts. I'll just change this to say alcohol or skooma or drugs. Witnesses glitchy NPC behavior. I don't know. I can't really think of any. We didn't really do a lot of NPC interactions tonight, so I'll leave that blank. Side quest. Strangely enough, no, we have not completed a side quest. We haven't turned it in. There actually could be more to that quest. Well, actually, hold on. Let me think about this. What about the previous thing? Did the previous thing count? I don't know. I don't think we really completed anything tonight. Because we had already talked to Shea Gorath last time. Oh, and actually, that was the main quest. We can't call that a side quest because that was the main quest. Yeah, we didn't do any side quest things tonight. It was only main quest things. Reload to save. Didn't do that. Abandoned castle or keep. We did ruins, or not ruins, but like caves. We did caves, I would say, but not castles or keep that I can think of. No paralyzed. Conversation with guard did happen. Enemy takes friendly fire. That did happen. We saw some shocking happening with friendly fire. TED Talk cost me to break character. I don't know. I don't really think there was any character breaking necessarily. So complete a side quest. We completed a main quest. Part of the main quest. But I don't think we completed any side quests tonight. The Elytra that didn't fight me. That's a good point. Could that be? Was that a glitch or was that intentional? We'll say it was. But here's the thing. That wasn't an NPC. That was a monster. Oh, here we go. Monster behavior. Yeah. So that one would count. Yeah, that one would count. Yeah, we'll say that was a glitch. It seemed. I mean, maybe it was a result of the juice we were huffing, but yeah, I'm thinking it was probably a glitch. Killing the adventurers. That was a main quest. Environment or traps to damage them. So friendly fire, I actually have separate entries. One for friendly fire from another enemy, and then one for a trap to damage people. So yeah, for the labyrinth thing, we did not go in on any of the like combative options. We only went for the insanity causing options. So yeah, so we didn't actually cause any traps to actually affect people. One-shot kills tonight. Actually, I don't think that there were. None that I can remember. We didn't really fight any... Well, we fought a few Grumites at the end, but we didn't get any one-shot kills. I remember getting robbed on one, because the guy turned around to see me just in time. Would they count as a side quest? Well, we didn't complete the quest as a thing, so it's progress towards a side quest. But I'm saying we need to complete a side quest. We need to, like, have it checked off the box. So no bingos? Yeah. Yeah, this one's not a bingo either, so...